Okaini Wakiyakatachi, welcome in, welcome in. How are you guys doing today? You guys having a good, fine day so far? I hope you guys are doing good. Hi, Shirui. Hey, Errol. Hello, Jimmy. Hello, Strat. Hi, Matt. And hello, Joseph. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. How is everyone's day going? Please let me know. And if you don't want to, perfectly good. Excuse me. So today, I'm gonna admit to you guys, I totally stayed up a little too late last night. But that's okay. That's okay. We're just here to experience some stressed out because of AK events. Stressed over Arc Knife? No. You stayed up late last night, crazy? That's crazy. Hold on, what was I saying? Oh yes. But yeah, today we're going to be actually experiencing the Intervallo for Christmas. So this is Miracle on District 20. It happened, I believe, right after Yi Song's, event, and they're kind of going back through and voicing. No. Sorry. The one that happened after Yi Song's event was Magic School Bus. This one happened after, I believe, Ishmael's. So that would have been the evil defining. So, it is after Ishmael's. I was wrong. I'm okay with saying I'm wrong, but, yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to be doing today. Just going back through their Intervallo. So, and listening to the voice actor work, because, one of the sad parts of Intervallos were they were not voiced when they first came out. Now they are. AK not Limbus, good morning. Good morning, Team Gohan. There we go. Did you guys get the chance to pick up, oh God, I am not. So, let's go. I have not had the okay, by the way, update, I have 34,000 lunacy, and I have, what else? 54 poll tickets. So, I say this right now, but, some of you may already know, currently, as of right now, I am not allowed to poll until Arknights. Arknights, which is around Arc-Knife collab. So around next year is when I'm polling, but I will not poll until then. I will be skipping everything. Pretty much everything is only going to be sharding from here on out. Hi, OP. I'm good. How are you? I didn't get the chance to make tea because I woke up so late. See you next year for Kemba. So pretty much it's pure sharding. So that means like even Walpurgis Night and stuff like that is going to be only sharding, which, I used to say for each Walpurgis Night, and now I'm purely only sharding. So one thing I need to do is try to get myself on Halatus so I can actually, gain some resources, but I'm kind of in a big problem. So I'm trying to see how many boxes I can hold onto until I get to, what's it called? I'm trying to see how many boxes I can hold until the end so I can claim them all at once. That's what I really want to do. I want to see how many boxes I can claim at the very end. Oh my gosh. And that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. Listen, I just want to see how big I can make a number, okay? And hey, if it helps, I've already claimed a couple of boxes for the other IDs, okay? So I didn't do anything wrong. But what I do need to do is pick up Don Quixote's manager of the Munchies Land, because she's everything I've heard, she's broken. Manager Quixote. I've been saving these boxes so that I can pick up Manager Quixote. Old lady. Oh my gosh, I'm getting boxed out of potentially getting Don Quixote for a cheap price. This is not a prime moment of Limu. She's insane, especially with the other members of the family. Yeah, so I have heard. So we'll pick her up today.
Cut.
I mean, I know this is a non-dreaming, what's it called? This is a non-dreaming Hote, so, you know. And this is going directly onto my burn team. Or my bleed team. Wait, oh, there she is. I was gonna say, did they just decide to not give her to me or something? Be honest, how many full teams have you built? Okay, that's a hard one. So let's take some time to think about that question, okay? So let's see. I have my bleed team just keeps getting stronger, honestly. My bleed team is insane. Wow, Sinclair doesn't have a bleed yet. It's funny because, you know, she's part of my bleed team despite being poise. I think I need to remove her and use someone else. This is called Limbus Company. It's mainly a game based around its story. Is the best way for me to explain Limbus Company. It is a game so heavily based on its story. You have Harpoon Cleave. Yeah, but he's also on poise. Because the hard part is with Harpoon Cliff and Mere Salt, or not Harpoon Cliff. With these four, I pretty much try to run boys. Oh, and this guy. So, slot Rabbit Cliff into B team as a support passive. Stronger Pierce for Don Quixote. I don't have Rabbit Cliff. You have Harpooner more for bleed, but he's mostly tank. Really? This I did not know. I'm moving myself over, by the way. Either way, I know we also have, let's see, in terms of burn, my burn team is really bad. I have 4 really good units, and then 4 units that just are here. They're just here. Despite how I have the full Liu association, I don't have any other burn units, so I'm kind of out of luck there. Did you uptie for your IDs? Actually, some of them. In terms of burn, we have no burn, yes. Tremor is fully built. I have, Otis, not even magic bullets. Well, hang on. She is, Shootist is definitely uptie forward. Don Claire is uptie forward. Not her, not these two though. All of my blood fiends are uptie forward. Well, not Don Quixote, of course, I just got her, so. And then we have a Captain Ishmael is. I definitely try to uptie for the, you know, the Kanto characters. So Wild Huntcliffe is it really not? Is it really fully built though when they're not even uptie 4? Yes. And then I also have Yi Song to uptie as well for his bushy song. But might I say my sinking squad is actually pretty good. My sinking squad is actually really strong. So I have you know, pretty much the entire sinking setup. In terms of rupture, this is really really weak right now. I'm actually using sinking in place of rupture, but you know, I have the units to make it happen. I just need to build Mersalt, Lobotomy, Red Sheet, and get my hands on the what's it called? and get my hands on the outas, the keen outas. So there's that. In terms of charge, and then we'll jump into the story. I have pretty much 4 of them. I need to get my hands on Yi Sung, outas, and I think if I do that, my charge team is fully built. So it's like I'm not that far off, you know? I'm actually doing pretty okay. So I just need a little more. Altus is an okay support. I want to say for syncing, you have options on Yi Song. Lament for easy and consistent count and sanity heal. Spice Bush for orbital gloom nukes. I like syncing, I like shooty Yi Song. Wait a minute. The gnome announcer is free? Thank you. And then of course, you know about Holiday Heathcliff, but I don't have him. I need to get my hands on him. All right. Well, no time like the present. Oi, Clockhead. So after everything that happened where, you know, memories and whatnot, it's actually going to be nice to have this as a refresher because I only have the general idea of what has happened. So this is, oh wait. Hang on. So this is the hard mode. And I wonder, how hard is the hard mode in this case? Hopefully it's not too bad. As their voyage on the Great Lake extends, the list of things to keep the sinners entertained grows ever smaller. In a way, it sounds like a serious problem, but oh, it feels so nice. It feels so nice they're taking the time to go back through, which genuinely, you should understand more of where they are since you finished Ruina. Outskirts. What I will say is that I love hearing them voice act in these intervallos, and I genuinely do believe intervallos being voiced goes to show they're planning on eventually graduating this game from gacha to like an offline version when the story finishes. 10 years from now, as CEO says.
그러게. 어차피 후수를 벗어나면 원래 살던 곳으로 돌려보낼 거면서 왜 그렇게 정을 붙인 거예요?
Because it's a seagull. It's a cute little bird that just goes wah.
그냥 갈매기의 눈빛인데요.
It just screeches at people, so I'm just saying. The fact they're voicing interval. Oh, hold on. It was abundantly clear that the sinners were starting to slowly expire from sheer boredom. Well, it's not really a problem that has a solution, and I had 0 interesting stories to tell considering that I'm an amnesiac, so all I could do was sit here and watch the sinners suffer. Putting them through the daily trials of the mirror dungeons wasn't the most exciting activity either. Speaking of which, Heathcliff appears to be the one least affected by this mess. Well, not that he was all calm and aloof, that is. Well, to be fair, Heathcliff is gonna go see Kathy. I'd say he's anxious. So, and Canto 6 kind of escalated to hit a fan, just saying. But yes. Oh. A frosty silence descended upon the sinners. And the source of that frost was the inexplicable event that played out before their eyes.
히스클리프? 미쳤나요? 드디어?
Look, I understand that.
그런 거야?
I understand that just because Virgilius is scary doesn't mean that Heathcliff doesn't mean that we have to freak out that he's just trying to talk to him.
미친 것도 아니고 극대가리 사라진 것도 아니니까.
That doesn't make him insane.
제법이군, 히스클리프. 이 기행을 지나오면서 지금 이 순간만큼 놀라운 일은 드물었는데.
Okay, as a side note,
말해. 왜
I
나를
would love to
불렀지?
have Virgilius' voice. That would make me happy.
다음으로 가는 건 T사 맞지?
And it.
내가 굳이
Hi, Pan.
대답해야
Welcome.
당신
I just wanna be able to be a like, do the Heathcliff voice.
뭐,
And I.
조급해하지 않아도 된다. 이놈이나 저놈이나 그걸 잘
I would
못하는
certainly
것
say
같지만
intervallos are more for their world building and silly little
네
events.
약속에
Cantos are
늦는
like
일은 결코 없을
the
테니.
moments where they're depressed and, losing it. Since I had no context for any of that, all I could do was sit and watch as Heathcliff scratched the back of his head. I'm still out of the loop, but Heathcliff must be really anxious about something if he's willing to talk to Virgilius first, and after all that,
속보다 중요한 게
I don't know what's going on, but the voice acting is heat. Yes, that's basically how all Limbus company works. One of the gnomes in the announcer is Ryoshu. Ryoshu's a gnome, confirmed. Yes, so when it comes to Limbus company, actually, it is definitely how should I say it? The voice acting is really great. And if you think that the Intervallo voice acting is great, you should definitely check out the Canto voice acting.
혹시 뭐 T사랑 관련된 놈?
They hit some levels of just perfection.
손 들었어. 알다시피 과거에 T사에 잠시 살았던 적은 있소만.
아니 당신은 지나왔잖아.
We already did you.
곧 있으면.
See, I liked how at this point the sinners were starting to realize that each one was pertaining to their area.
며칠이더라?
How would I know?
뭐? 시계 달고 있는데 왜 날짜를 몰라?
But clocks and calendars are completely different things. Not to Heathcliff, they're not.
한숨만 벌써 30번째야. 버스 바닥 좀 확인해봐. 쟤 때문에 움푹 파였을 것 같으니까.
말해요, 히스클리프. 그쪽의 차례가 온 거죠? 무엇이 됐든 준비가 필요한 거고요.
Oh, good old Kathy.
이 정도면 뭐
You know, a lot of people say they feel like Canto 6 was like the best canto after some time, even after Canto 7.
요약하자면
And one thing I want to understand is
아무래도
why.
이스마엘 다음은 히스클리프 차례인 것 같고 그 근거가
Is
될
it
만한
pacing?
물건을
Because I
저번
feel like
연담
Canto
때
5
베르빌리우스에게
had the best
전달받았고
pacing.
그 물건에 의하면 T사에 갈 때 멋지게 차려입을 옷이나 꾸미는
And
작업이
Canto
필요한데
Canto 7 had a slow start but a really great finish.
초조해져서 대체 어떻게 해야 할지 모르겠다는 거군요.
I think there's Canto 4, which had an amazing finish.
근데 아니 그건 뭐 육지에 내리거나 해야 해결할 수 있는 일 아닌가?
아유, 뭘 그런 걸 가지고 얼을 타고 있어. 헬스, 육지에만 내리면 그런 건 내가
So,
도와줄 테니까 걱정하지
that's one thing
말라고.
that I definitely want to know.
육지에 언제 내릴 줄 알고.
단테, 수감자들의 예정된 업무 시간에 도달했습니다.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners. I reflexively said my usual routine piece as the light alarm played.
뭐 별일도 아니야.
It comes down to preferences. I guess all stories really picked up starting from Canto 3.
뭐
Alright, this is gonna be like...
아니었다는 건 다행이네요.
I might get some flack from this, but... Oh, the sinners each got up from their seats. Yawned and stretched, and one by one disappeared into the back door. I might get some flack from this, but...
대가리만 없는 게 아니라 눈치도 없었던 거냐?
No, sorry. But Gregor isn't completely wrong, is he?
아니라도 좀. 아,
Virgilius and Charon also walked into the back door, mocking grins on their faces. And I was left alone in the ship's cabin, standing awkwardly next to a severely crestfallen Heathcliff. Oh. Wait. There was another. See,
너는 왜 여기 남아 있냐? 가서 T사에서만 만날 수 있다는
if you think
해결사
about it,
나의
this
글에
is
대해
actually where
서둘러 봐야지.
Dawn and Heathcliff's bond first started. Cause I do believe Heathcliff did not like Don Quixote in the beginning.
이게 뭐라고?
잠시만! 이야기가 안 끝났어! 관리자 나리와 이리로 조용히 오게나.
And this is how we ended up in the outskirts, randomly. This little La Manche land. Don Quixote wore a confident smile. She slowly, gingerly, walked over to presently and temporarily vacant Charon's seat. Oops. And whispered ever so silently to us.
본내게 기가 막힐 수가 있다네.
Oh, guys. When she said, forsooth, I have devised a amazing plan for you, I think my heart broke a little. I have come up with an ingenious plan. I did not wake up ready for this. Said Cho, I have conceived an idea most ingenious. There was one more interaction between them in Canto 4. When the bomb exploded and Dawn gets hurt, Heathcliff rushes Dante to help her. Oh geez, I don't remember that one. See, I don't think there were words in this world expressive enough to describe that look on Heathcliff's face. It was certain that he had very scant expectations for Don Quixote and her plans, but there was the sliver of hope on his face. Maybe, just maybe Don Quixote might rise to the occasion for once. It was unclear whether Heathcliff's internal struggle mattered much to Don Quixote. However, she began excitedly describing her plan.
그들은 제바지 협회 출신인 아주 옛날에 존재했던 전설의 해결사. 붉은 주머니를
Oh,
아십니까?
Deviot Association.
붉은 뭐
The red sack, like Virgil confirmed. The red sack.
사슴맨과 함께 도시 곳곳을 누비며 어떠한 가혹함이 있는
Well, you guys hear it here.
반드시 배달 업무를 해냈다고
Virgilius isn't the true colored fixer. He's just the red sack.
크리스마스엔 어떤 대가도 받지 않고 도시의
Or he's just the fraud to the red sack.
해결사 잡지에서 매년 겨울에 표지로 등장하시는 분이건만 어찌 모르는가?
Don Quixote asked, sounding genuinely shocked to learn that Heathcliff did not know of this red sack.
내가 그런 걸 왜 보냐?
Oof. Well, don't be so mean to her.
관리자 나리.
Just because she has strange obsessions, okay? Not everyone had. Oh, I knocked my ticking clock head. I didn't really feel the need to spell it out to her.
결국 아무도 구독하지 않았단 말인가? 그렇게 부르짖으며
Yeah.
저들에게 열심히 홍보했건만. 아무튼
I mean, if you think
중요한 건
about it,
우리
if you had a
히스토리
coworker that
누구에게도
constantly told you, "Hey,
폴리스를
go
떼어내고
purchase
뭐 해야
this
된다는 거 아니겠는가?
this thingy that you probably will never actually read," do you think you would do it in real life?
기억해봐.
And don't go and tell me, but this is
잘
just
알고 있네.
fantasy.
그
No,
꽃단장을
that's not how this
참고할
works.
최고의 롤 모델이 바로 붉은 주머니와 조수 사슴매를
Wait, what was that? What did she say?
본인은 아주 잘 알고 있네. 그 꽃단장을 참고할 최고의 롤 모델이 바로 붉은 주머니와 조수 사슴매를 복장이란 거.
그 석양에 어쩌고들 같이 괴상한 옷을 입은 거 아니냐?
Ever since beach volleyball,
전혀 괴상하지 않네. 그리고 석양의
it has been a never-ending situation.
말할 수 있는가? 제대로 입어보지도 않고 그런 말을 하면 안 되는 것이란 말이네.
되게 거들먹거리길래 혹시나 했는데 또 그놈의 해결사 어쩌고 하는 헛소리냐? 지금은 그럴 힘도 없으니까 일단 5대 달아놔라.
When the sliver of hope on Heathcliff's face was beginning to rapidly fade,
지금까지 보아온 해결사들은 어떠했는가?
뭐?
there's another Don Quixote line in this. It's different after Canto 7.
오히려
Oh, please.
정돈된
I'm
차림이
not
아니었는가?
ready today
눈과
to have
마음을 열고
things
단호하게
hurt.
말해보시게.
K사에서 봤던 그 쫄쫄이는 다시 생각해도 웃긴데?
I don't want these.
지금 브리티시는 우습지 않소. 그 코스튬 멋있잖소. 그 소재에 대해 말하자면 실례했소. 에이? 돌아오시오, 히스클리프군. 네, 아직 말이 안 끝났단 말이오.
Oh, excuse me.
오늘따라 왜 이렇게 팔팔한 거야?
물론 지크프리트 씨 같은 스페셜한 분도 있지만
Special.
해결사는 멋있게 차려입고
I love listening to just Don Quixote's VA just
그건 잘
saying
모르겠고
things in her
그럴싸한 옷을
non-native
입고 있는
tongue.
사람도 있었던 것 같기도.
It's
바로
It's
그거요.
nice. It's a
본인을 잘
treasure.
따라와주기만 한다면 그들의 멋있는 복장을 그대로 채워낼 수 있어.
그런가? 에이 젠장. 반박하려고 해도 내가 옷이나 꾸미는 거에 대해 뭘 알아야지. 그래서 그런 옷들을 어디서 구하는데? 솔직히 아까 다른 놈들이 말한 대로 육지에 가기 전에 뭘 구하기도 어렵잖아.
anywhere.
본인이 다 그것까지 생각하여 말하는 것이네. 어제 이 버스 안에 경보가 울렸던 것을 기억하는가?
Now that I think about it, there was a siren yesterday. It went off not long before I announced the close of business for the day. But Faust said the backdoor volatility wasn't anything for us to worry about.
본인은 궁금했네. 도당체 파우스트군은 무얼 보고 그렇게 판단하는지. 그래서 다들 뒷문으로 들어가려 소란스러울 때
It's just not a good idea.
은밀히 이 몸 홀로 앞으로 나아가 그 화면을 들여다보고 말았지.
The gremlin of La Mancha land. So you took a peep at the screen. Come on, Dante.
복잡한 기호들을 네가 알아먹을 수 있다고?
And Kurt Mersault and Dichi Honglu. Congratulations. Also, what is crayon?
거기에 있었던 문양은 의외로 추측하기 쉽더군. 바로
You know,
붉은
snooping
주머니와
around
사슴의
in
상징,
Faust's
그리고
works,
멋들어진 옷을 의미하는 문양이 있었던 게지.
she just wants a chance to meet the fixer, that's it. I agree with Heathcliff. However, Don Quixote remained enthusiastic as ever, as she was expecting him to say that.
뒷문 안에 있는 무수한 문들에는 문양이 종종 나타난다는 것을.
뭐?
쉬러 갈 때마다
You know,
지나칠
I'm
때마다
still surprised she was legitimately able to convince
본인은 그걸
Heathcliff.
유심히
And part of
지켜봐야지.
me feels like it's because he was in a compromised position
그
and
화면에
and Don
나타났던
Quixote
문양과
totally took
완전히
advantage of
같은
that.
것이 있는 문을 복도에서 찾았네.
Don Quixote, you didn't.
미안하네, 관리자 나리. 본인에게 잘못이 있다면 이 끓어오르는 모험 기제를 죽이지 못한 것일 테지. 하지만 그 문을 아주 잠깐
We always know
살짝만
how
열고
these
내부를
go.
관찰했을 때
Kind of.
본인의 모든
Of
추리와
course,
추측이
it's
맞아
different
떨어졌다는
every
말을
time, but
듣는다면
you know, just you know.
정상 참작을 부탁할 수 있지 않겠는가?
대체 이 새끼는 하지 말라는 걸 왜 자꾸 하는 거야?
Muppet. You Muppet. Right, Heathcliff. I just don't understand why people keep doing things everyone tells them not to. Ooh, Heathcliff got called out. I remember when Heathcliff ignored all my warnings and went into the restricted areas past the area of the corridor that we are allowed to use. We almost lost Heathcliff that day. It was a tad different this time, however. Back then, Heathcliff had no idea what was beyond that door. And this time, we do. Are you suggesting that we call everyone to explore the place?
우리 셋으로 족하지 않겠는가? 셋이면 딱 적당하다네. 모든 이야기는 항상 셋에서 시작하지.
All she wants is just to be able to get a chance to, you know, do something.
무슨 소린지
to just take all of the fixer glory for herself. The answer to this predicament was right there. To tell them it's too dangerous and shove them back in their respective rooms to rest up for tomorrow.
그 안은 정말
But
평화로운 것 같아 보였어.
as Dante, sometimes we don't make the best decisions.
히스클리프 군이 입으로 몇 벌을 가지고 나오면 그만일 뿐이지 않은가?
Sometimes we don't make the best. It was obvious that Don Quixote wasn't helping Heathcliff out of pure kindness of her heart. Can't we believe that, though? Maybe she hungered for adventure, or maybe she thought she might be able to do that cosplay of the fixer she admired. But if we can find Heathcliff some nice clothes to put his heart at ease, then... He learned from Ishmael. Look, maybe I can do something about this before things get out of control, like it did last time when I just let a sinner's anxiety stress stew and exacerbate. Fine. We're returning around at the first sign of danger.
진심으로 하는 말이냐?
Yeah, that is true. Ishmael kind of got the raw end of that deal.
뭐 시계 대가리까지 붙으면
Poor
괜찮겠지.
Ishmael. She suffered the entire way
잘
through.
결정했어. 그럼 오늘 밤 관리자 나리의 방문 앞에서 우리가 문을 똑똑똑똑 하고 두들기면 나리께서는 암으로.
Hi, warrior. Welcome. I'm good. How are you? I really hope this won't be a waste of time. We agreed on a precise time before returning to our respective rooms. Ishmael's ego is interesting for the Tremor teams. Skip this banner. It only offered ego, lowest odds of success, and Walpurgis is coming soon, so I'd rather save for that. That's a good point. That's a good point. First time and you know, I could really use some drop increasers, guys. Oh my god, you have to be level 50. I should probably uptime my
오,
people, shouldn't I?
왜 보이려냐?
You know what? I'm taking Wild Hunt and Manager Limu's La Mancha. La Mancha? Limu's La Munchy Land. I shall impale variant hard whip split apart. Actually, is she even that good without her other blood fiends, or does she need her blood fiends to kind of, you know, excel in things? Hi, Penguin. I don't think so. We just started and we're having a grand old time. So, welcome. Right now, what I'm trying to figure is whether I should even take the bonus really help. Like I said, 2 MD and clear the heart is enough for the rerun reward? Seriously? 2 mirror dungeons and that's it? Fridge. Oh, I gotta get my hands on those egos. But no, right now I'm just asking. Hi, Lord K. Right now I'm just asking whether or not, what's it called? Don Quixote is good to take when she doesn't have her other people with her. You know, I just don't know if she's useful at all or if I should just take someone else. I don't know if she needs her blood fiends. If she does, you know, it doesn't hurt for me to take something else. I just went with Middle Dawn. Alright, well wait, other people have a built Don Quixote. We're just gonna take a built one. HMD floor 5 clear gives 340. That is with 100%? That's all you need? That's nice. Yeah, you know what? Let's try it out. I think it's kind of cool to bring Manajote with what's it called? Manajote with Wild Hunt. To me, that's kind of an interesting combination. Are we really crossing this line?
아이씨, 내가 이거 넘었다가 어떻게 된 줄 모르냐?
본인은 다르네. 그저 이 선 넘어 오른쪽 복도를 조금만 따라가서 바로 앞에 있는 문을 열기만 하면.
She's so confident. So these symbols she was talking about. Past the door, through the window, the symbols Don Quixote mentioned shimmered. Symbols that seemed to indicate a sack, a rat present, and what appeared to represent fancy clothes. So, they're the red sack and the reindeer man symbols?
다른 건 몰라도 네 녀석이 이런 걸 헷갈릴 리는 없겠지. 연다?
Hey, that's the only way to handle it. Before I even had a chance to stop him, Heathcliff barged through the door. And we found ourselves almost getting dragged in by his sheer fervor. Look, he needs nice clothes for Cassie. We found ourselves in a rather sizable room. Look, I'm so done with the battle theme. This place was decorated with numerous Christmas-themed ornaments. Warm, cozy lighting reflected off the wooden flooring, and the maze of conveyor belts were installed all over the place. A factory?
그러하네.
She just wanted to go have Christmas.
조그마한 꼬맹이 같은.
You know, Don Quixote... I feel like Don Quixote and I can resonate. Equipment!
이 돈키호테가 왔네.
이 새끼 뭐 하는 거야?
It's Don Quixote, all right. The little figures Heathcliff indicated didn't look like children. They all froze for a moment before turning to our direction. They weren't humans, that's for sure.
아, 가만히 있어 보게. 본인이 다 이야기해둔 것들이 있다네.
What happened to sneakiest of peaks?
야,
His bums.
시계 대가리.
Oh,
뭐가
wait.
온다.
Wait, hold on. Heathcliff's talking. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's the manager home.
아이고 돈키호테 나으리가 오셨어.
Oh yeah, that sounds just like Ryoshio.
이번에도 예상하지 못했던 곳에서 갑자기 뿅 나왔음.
Just as she did before. Who's this? Don Quixote?
우리에게 멋진 선물을 주실 분일세.
He rubbed his hands, or what I assume to be hands, together, looked up at us, and started.
반갑숨. 돈키호테 나으리의 친구 되시는 분들인가 보. 저는 도도루라고 하옴. 이 동물 공장에서 선물을 만드는 일을 하는 놈이움.
No?
놈일세.
Was that supposed to be obvious? What are gnomes anyway? So, they're not humans, right?
그렇소. 이들은 사람이 아니라 놈이니까 말이오.
그렇다옴. 인간은 아닌 것이오. 헤음헤음.
도시엔 인간만 있을 수 있다고 들었던 것 같은데.
Again, intervallos. Intervallos are voiced now. Well, at least these. The new intervallos won't be. They're not abnormalities or distortions either. They're something else.
역시나.
뭐 사람인지 아닌지가 중요하겠는가? 중요한 건 어떤 마음으로.
Okay, she said salamine, so I'm thinking like salamine, you know, mirror, mirror.
맞는 말씀이요, 나으리.
Didn't Dodoro say something weird about the city just now?
그보다옴.
This Dodoro cut in on our conversation.
친구분들께서는 원하시는 선물이 있으신지요?
Well, considering I know what kind of presents they're trying to give us. Hi, Mr. Legend. Won't it be even worse if it looked like children? Wait, what?
있는 거냐?
Why are we talking about kids?
자자자자. 그럼 잠시 이쪽으로.
The gnome said something about introducing us to the reception hall and led us to a certain room in his scurrying gait. This seems more like a storage space than a reception hall.
여기 따뜻한 벽난로도 있고 탁자도 있고 참으로 따뜻하고 아늑한 공간이로군.
거기에 더해 맛있는 다과도 준비해 두었음.
There is something.
조금만 기다리시면 금방 원하시는 선물을
Leave it to the
가져드리겠습니다.
Limbus company universe that, you know, of course Santa Claus here is a freaking abnormality. The gnome bowed, opened the door, and left the room. I've never been in one before, so I had no idea if this was what they were supposed to look like. I had to ask, especially because it was starting to get pretty obvious, even with my rather limited experience. There was something
요새는 이런
there was
감성도
something off
유행이라는
about this
말을
whole
들은 것 같소.
situation.
나도 들은 적 있어. 뭐 공사 하다가 만 것 같은 곳에 대충 물건 몇 개
Nante said it doesn't look like children.
있다던데.
Oh, about the gnome approaching. Did I seriously miss that? Oh,
관자 다리는 마음 놓으시게. 본인이
넌-
책임지고 멋진 선물을 받아낼 것이니.
여차하면 들고 나를 수도 있을 거고 슬쩍 보니 번쩍번쩍한 게 고급스러운 물건들을 포장하는 것 같았다고.
도둑질은 안 돼요. 벌써 헤어 쿠폰 데이를 잊었는가?
알았어.
I just didn't expect the helical butt. Heathcliff was always foul-mouthed as always, but it was evident his relaxing expression from anxiety was starting to ease. Helical butt. Heathcliff, is it important the way you dress? A rather delicate but gently smoldering hearth, calm, silent air, perfect atmosphere. To bring up uncomfortable subjects for some honest heart-to-heart. Or someone waiting for you there. Someone who you'd like to dress up for.
뭐 아예 틀린 말은 아니긴 한데.
비밀 이야기인가?
Don Quixote excitedly and loudly dragged her chair up close to Heathcliff.
나는 보란 듯이 성공해서 돌아가야만 해. 적어도 예전에 굴러먹던 그 망나니 히스클리프라고 생각할 수는 없도록.
This
그러니까
is the moment where you tell
고급스럽고 멋진
Heathcliff
옷으로
if it helps.
그럴싸하게 보이는
I'll
건
always think of you as
내게
a witless
엄청 중요한
brigand.
거라고.
누군가 그대를 배 아프게라도 했는가?
Is this about revenge? Like Ishmael?
복수.
Heathcliff leaned back on his chair. It creaked and rocked gently back and forth. There was a look of deep introspection on his face. If memory serves me right at first.
복수라면 복수겠네. 근데 지금 당장 드는 결심은
He just wishes to talk to Kathy. Not
후회하게
really.
해주겠다.
Until later on in the counter.
그게 더 맞는
Counter.
것 같아.
Canto.
나는 거기서 날 무시했던 놈들도 죄다 짓밟아 줄 거야. 나를 선택하지 않았던 걸 땅을 치고 후회할 수밖에 없도록.
It's not revenge. It kind of is. It's just more regret than anything.
캐시에게 증명할 거라고.
Kathy. Heathcliff's eyes tremble a little as he speaks her name. He's mentioned that name before. His eyes trembled then, too. This Kathy must be someone pretty important to you.
무진장 중요하지.
So, what happened between the two of you? Between you and Kathy?
정확히 말하면 캐서린이지. 캐시라고도 부르는 거고. 길고 골치 아픈 이야기야.
이 돈키호테의 감히 그 사람이
We all know what happens in
히스클리프의
Canto 6.
연인이라고 외치고 있어.
Wait, is that all she is to you?
아니야. 그런 것까지는 아니야.
You know,
그렇다고 볼 수도
I still
있지.
remember the moment between Ishmael and Heathcliff, where, you know, she's just ready to bash his head in. He's stuttering like Sinclair on a bad day. While his disposition was as brusque as always, I could see he couldn't stop himself from smiling at the mere mention of her name, and gave more than enough answers. Every sinner had a reason for joining Limbus Company, so maybe Heathcliff joined Limbus Company for this Kathy. Makes me wonder what kind of person she might be. Someone that special, that precious to Heathcliff.
왜 그렇게 아련한 말투냐? 징그럽게.
Now, I do this not out of obligations as a manager, but I'm starting to think I want to help you out, so that you could be the best man you can for her.
함께 멋쟁이가 돼.
Oh. I heard a door open that very moment. It wasn't the reception hall door, the one made of wood, and wouldn't make a sound that I just heard. This sound came from over there, away from us, from a dark corner of the room. Then, I heard metal scraping against the wood by a howling blizzard. So, those were sleigh marks, huh? The huge sleigh made its way across the wooden floor. On the marks that were already on the floorboards, it was flanked by several gnomes. The sleigh was red, and the sacks on it were either black or red. But they were all littered with flesh and blood.
도도로, 다음 선물 재료를 갖고 왔음.
허리가 다 쑤숑.
And this is why we don't trust random
그래도
things.
선물 받을 친구들을 생각하면 뿌듯해서 고생은 금방 잊지 않겠음. 맞음.
A gaggle of gnomes who were walking in our direction, as they chattered and gossiped, froze in place.
피고 있는 것이요?
I mean, I know these gnomes are supposed to be Ryoshu, right?
이번엔 양도 많고 몇 마리는 살려서 데려왔다옴.
I think I saw some sex on the sleigh move. No, they were thrashing like something was trying to escape. Is that?
야, 모기 잡아라.
왜 그렇게 심각한 얼굴인 겐가? 저들은 그저 열심히 일을...
No, Don Quixote. There is no Krima here.
누가 있는 거죠? 살려주세요! 여기서 꺼내줘요!
Right? There's just a random kid in there?
신나는 날이옴. 이놈은 싱싱한 놈인 듯 다음.
Maybe we don't call kids fresh.
그런데 저것들 인간인가 봄. 도도로 실장이 잡아온 건가요? 어디서 저렇게 멀쩡하게 인간을 데려온 거지요?
자네들... 설마...
아이고.
I could hear a familiar voice coming from the other door, where Don Quixote stood
도도리가
flabbergasted.
실수를 저질러 버렸음. 저것들을 다른 창고로 보내야 했는데 말이오. 너무
Yeah.
신경 쓰지 마시라움. 놈들끼리 하는 재밌는 놀이일 뿐이요. 아무 의미 없음.
Hey, we got a Ryoshu now announcer before her, that's your excuse?
도도로공.
We got a
도도로
Ryoshu
듣고
announcer
있음.
before Ryoshu's Kanto, so that's nice.
주머니에 들어있는 게 무엇인가?
그냥 선물 재료일 뿐인 것이오. 그나저나 돈키호테 나으리 요청하셨던 멋진 옷들을 제가 준비해 놓았단 말이오.
Dodo's messed up. Don Heathcliff manifests the blood in the horse.
도도로 거짓말하기 지쳤음. 인간이잖아, 인간. 니놈들 같은 인간. 너희들
그런 인간.
다른 창고로 들이라고 내가 나갈 때
It was
말했음. 우리 공장 장난감 선물을 기다리는 많은 이웃에게 실망만 배송하고 싶은 것인가옴?
Well, hey, at least they're Santa Claus for, you know, themselves.
미안하오.
공장장님께 기대하시라고 그렇게나 말했는데요.
What was I thinking? This was absolutely not worth it.
네가 하는 생각 나도 똑같이 하고 있으니까 그딴 한숨 쉴 거면 어떻게 싸워야 할지 고민이나 한 번 더 하라고. 알았냐?
Yeah, sitting here and feeling sorry for myself won't do anything. It never did. Got it.
모두 도구 꺼내라움. 이것이 바로 산지직송 아니겠음?
I just find it funny. It's like Dodoro messed up. Quick, manifest your strongest egos that will stomp him. Well, it is hard mode, so this is taking into account Horsecliff and
사실 이런
Manajote. Oh yeah, they're going to destroy this guy.
알다시피 저는 언제나 수십 명의 몫을 해내고 있으니까요.
꿰뚫려라. 꿰뚫리고.
So she can heal herself. That's nice.
개체를 꿰뚫었습니다.
Just look at the two of them together. This is crazy. Wait, do we have enough Kanto? Do we have enough Kanto characters to make like a special Kanto crew? Like, let's see, Manager Quixote, or a antagonist crew. Manager Quixote, Wild Huntcliffe, Captain Ishmael, and Claire. Probably not Spice Bush. Spice Bush wasn't, like, if you think about it, Don Bake or whatever was not exactly like a villain. Was it Don Bake? Yeah, Don Bake, not Don Grang. And then we have, actually, I don't know what Rodia is supposed to be. What is Rodia's Kanto 2? We can run both Sinclair and Faust. Well, if we also give it some time, we might get one for Honglu and Manager, Captain, Wild Hunt, Splash Bush, Grippy, Faust, and Sinclair. I mean, G-Corp manager is also, I guess, kind of one. And Claire with Enfaust.
직원들이 우세한 환경에 있습니다. 관리자님이
She was a boss, so Rudia doesn't exactly have a villain unless she dresses up as a giant blue ice chicken.
신뢰라고 부른다고 하더군요.
This is hard mode, remember. Rudia doesn't have one, she ignored hers and didn't really grow from it. This is probably why Rudia's villain is herself, technically. This is probably why we're going to be getting a part 2 for Rudia and Gregor. Genuinely, I think Rudia and Gregor are getting a second canto. Because, like, let's take a moment to look at how each one grew. I don't remember how Sinclair grew, but so someone might have to remind me on that one. But, we know that most of it came from Time Killing Time, which is why she should get her second canto. That's all I'm saying. Man, these guys are destroying the gnomes. I guess when you have the 2 most recent IDs. So I do believe. So I can't remember Sinclair's growth, but I know Yi Song's was he basically went from depression to undepressed. He is now somewhat happy with life, which is good. We like that. We like that for Yi Song. When it comes to Canto 5, Ishmael's growth was, you know, moving on from revenge and essentially moving on with her life. Legitimately, it's just she learned to move on, put aside the past. Heathcliff's was... he actually learned the importance of talking. It's that simple. He learned how important it was to talk things out. Because at the very end, none of what would have happened to him would have happened if he walked in that day and talked to Catherine instead of just leaving. And hold on, Don Quixote's is interesting because, well, I guess you could say, I guess you could say Don Quixote's is like being able to basically be herself and accept the fact that she loves her coworkers. It's interesting, right? I can't quite say it's like, oh, it's because you know, oh, she's, you know, just something got her memories back and doesn't have to be Don Quixote, but she said she would continue to be Don Quixote. Carry on the dream of somebody who's given up on it. Yes, that's good too. That's good too. That's yes, perfect. Rudia's is the unconfronting. Oh, then it makes sense. She's literally trying to avoid what's going on in her life, like desperately trying to avoid it. So yeah, everything after the fight was over. The fault lies with you, Don Quixote. The light of confidence had completely faded from Don Quixote's voice. So did her face. So did her enthusiastic voice. No, I shouldn't have let this plan go through. Well, if we were to find someone to blame, the biggest fault would lie with me, the manager. The moment I should have turned around the moment I sensed something was off. With that, Don Quixote marched towards the new abandoned sleigh. Several mutilated bodies tumbled to the ground as soon as Don Quixote undid the knot, tying the sack.
젠장, 예상은 했지만 직접 보고 싶지 않았는데.
There were a total of 7 or so people in the sack. They were all missing a few limbs. I've never seen their style of clothing before. Looks like we're pretty far from where we were. I've seen similar worn and torn clothing in the back streets, but the clothing they wore was more of materials and styles that I had not seen before. Faust did tell me that each district within the city had different cultures and such, so...
알 거냐? 저것들도 조만간 숨이 끊길 거야. 시계를 돌려줄 수 있는 것도 아니고. 빨리 돌아가기나 하자.
아니,
He's right.
여기 이 사람은 멀쩡한 것 같네. 이보게, 정신 차리게. 그대가 아까 도움을 요청하던 자인가?
But yeah, unconfronting actually does make sense if that's the case. If it is the unconfronting, she very clearly did not confront her problems. Remember, she walked in, she put a stamp on her body and called it a day or something along those lines. She stamped her, well, she didn't actually stamp her body. That's kind of what led to what happened. Okay, let's see. We can't deploy them because they're coming in to save us. So what do I want to take with me? Not the burn squad. AoE squad, maybe? Yeah, I could do an AoE squad. Hang on. Where is my AoE squad? Oh my gosh. It would be EXP Lux. That's my AoE squad. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't remember who my other I think that's literally my AoEers. Let's go.
가볼까요?
직접 손봐주지.
Level 50? Don't mind if I do.
마을에서 오신 분들은 아닌 건가?
No, we were not kidnapped. The child was dressed in torn and faded clothing from the way she looked at us. From the way she looked at us, I could tell she found us rather fascinating. Soon she woke up from the momentary shock.
감사합니다. 저는 크레용이라고 해요. 그리고
Oh, this is Crayon. The kid pointed at me and backed away in terror. Please, I'm not a bad person.
같은 소리야. 저건 시계 대가리라고.
That's Clockhead. My name's Dante.
시계 대가리? 이빨 태엽은 시계같이 생겼다고 들었는데.
I mean, it literally just looks like Faust but child form, so that's a good way to say it.
그렇다면 처음 보는 괴물이네요. 괴물 아닐세. 저분은 우리의 자랑스러운 관리자 나리시니까.
Thank you, Don Quixote. Thanks for the intro. Yes.
찌끗거리는 소리밖에 안 들리는데. 그건 사정이 있으셔서. 아무튼 몸은 괜찮은 겐가? 네. 같이 끌려오신 분들은 아닌 것 같지만.
Listen, all that's important is that we save the child. The child looks at the mutilated corpses with a despondent look on her face. Don Quixote looks with a sympathetic gaze.
모두 같은 마을의 이웃이었다는 것인 건가? 네. 하지만 곧 저희 마을에서 사냥꾼을 보내주실 거예요. 그분들이 오신다면 어떻게든 여기서.
Hunters? I wasn't sure exactly what she was talking about, so I asked her what she meant. Or I was about to ask her what she meant. But this reception hall storage room suddenly began to fill with gas of an unknown origin. It's Pip's VA voicing her legit. Wait, so Faust is Mini Faust? An odd plume of gas, its hue red and green, begins to fill the room. I see, so that's why we say Mini Faust. It's literally Mini Faust. The three of them, including Crayon, passed out on the floor. Yeah, something like this has happened before when we rocked into a room full of toxic gas, which killed everyone. Looks like gas only knocked them out, though that's a relief at least. Guess I should consider myself lucky that my clock isn't affected by these things. I gotta hide. As soon as I hid myself in a corner, a crowd of gnomes rushed through the door, the same Dodoro came from.
이건 도도로 실장이었던 것이지 않음?
Yeah.
여기저기 상태 좋은 걸 가져왔다고 자랑을 하고 다니더만 결국 이 꼬라지인 것이오.
He thought he was cool.
두 놈, 세 놈, 수는 맞는 것 같음.
잠가루로 재웠으니
It's a good thing we had the kid take the fall for us, am I right? That's what Dante's saying mentally.
자, 얼른 옮기시오.
This way Dante can get away and, you know, get some help from the sinners. With that, they left, closing the door behind them. And through it all, I couldn't do anything but watch. Oh, right. Looks like it's time. It's my turn to shine. I'll rescue the three of them. No way. I should have listened when Ishmael offered to teach me self-defense. What do I do? The harsh truth dawns on me every time we face total annihilation. When in doubt, sacrifice the child. No. If they are with us, I could at least bring them back, but none of the sinners are here with me. What good am I without them? It's a miracle that I managed to survive this far.
뭐가 신기해요. 정신 차려요.
Great. Now I'm hearing things.
환청이 아니에요, 관리자님. 저희가 왔다고요.
Well, that was
갑자기
good.
너네 셋이 사라졌다고 해서 난리도 아니었다고. 오랜만에 심심하진 않았지만.
I bolted up and looked towards the voice that I saw. Then I saw another door, and from it, the rest of the sinners appeared one by one. Guys, Dante, nah, I'm useless.
덜 신선한 재료는 또 놓고 왔어. 네. 어?
이 소동에 대한 질문은 나중으로 미루죠, 단테. 우선 전투 명령을.
Oh, it's so nice to have a woman that just goes directly into her job. All right, here we go. AOE squad, wreck 'em.
결국은 나약한 자들이나 듣고 싶어하는 위안일 뿐입니다.
You know, it's nice to have them wake up and basically save us. They notice we're missing, so they immediately help us. Like, just saying. Just saying.
적중에 정신 못 차리는 녀석인데.
시원하네. 알코올 맛을 돋궈주는 좋은 공격이었어.
약점을 잘 찌른 것 같네요.
한눈에 봤을 때는 불리해 보이긴 하지만
결국에는 유리한 구도를 만들어낸 것 같은데.
탈출 개체 확인. 탈출
탈출
개체가 정리되었습니다.
I won't lie, this is there are a lot of nice battle themes in Limbus Company. In my opinion, this is not one of them.
지금은 기세를 다시 잡았군요.
싸움을 끝내주겠어.
Not exactly a siren's call there. Nah, this is beautiful. What are you talking about? Penguin, you're telling me you wouldn't want to run your ship into a rock listening to this? 아니야.
타올라라. 육참.
개체의 유효한 속성을 정확하게 간파했습니다. 제 예상만큼 관리자님의 능력이 우수하다는 것이 증명되는 거고요. 다행히도 효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요.
Good morning, SSJ. Welcome, welcome.
여전히 무섭고 겁이 나. 그럼에도
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
We make banger soundtracks, but they make banger soundtracks, but then they go, we should throw a dog squeak toy down a staircase
융단 폭격
of pots and
같았어.
pans.
망설임
Yeah,
나갈 수 없어.
yeah. See, we just win rate it. Just win rate.
관리자님이 명하는 것이라면 탄원은 어디든 무엇이든 누구든 관통해야 합니다. 설령 사랑하는 사람일지라도.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, 10 out of 10 would buy the soundtrack perfect. Gonna put it up and sell it for like a bunch of money. Oh my god. Music's so good she forgot to breathe, please. Secret coughing track. Oh my god, Penguin. Oh my god, well I've got you here. I like to do these thank yous on stream, but Pinguini, thank you, guys. Pinguini for Christmas got me a little Kazuma figure, and I don't always get to see Pinguini, so I want to make sure I shout that out and even play the little gift thingy, because he did it in secret, trying to avoid attention. Bam! He's a little Nendoroid, and it's really cute. I'm looking forward to it. Seriously, my what's it called? My oh my gosh, I'm dying. He went to avoid attention, you exposed him. Exactly. Just like with people in Limbus company, it's so peak. What do I want to take today? I want to take... Oh, wait, what are they weak to? Pierce? I'm gonna take Pierce with me. Which means I have gun shooty on my squad. You know, that's the these are the only Pierce characters I have, and I need at least one more before I can... I am going to level up my hand Faust. You know, I guess you could say she really needs to... I don't have enough tickets for this. Faust, you greedy woman! You needed way too much from me. That is inappropriate. Here, we'll take Sync Association.
언제나 준비되어 있다.
Perfect. Now we have Pure Pierce.
사건 속으로.
Thanks, everyone. How did you find me? Yes, I'm infamous for keeping secrets, Penguin. Thank you for exposing that to everyone. By the way, while I've got this here, Penguin also was looking at another thing on there and was like, ooh, this is what I would want to get. This is perfect. This is perfection. It was Megumin in an interesting attire. He was all like, yeah, this is the one I want to do. I'm just saying, guys, I am not pulling anyone's chain. I am not lying to anyone. This is true.
쉬라고 보낸 지 몇 분이나 됐다고. 이러면 곤란해, 단테.
아무리 관리자님이라고
Butthole.
해도
I'm pretty sure
이런
hole is spelled
단독
with an
행동은
H.
큰 위험을 초래합니다. 주의해 주십시오.
I'm sorry.
나의
So how'd you guys
지식이었어.
find us?
히스클리프 군은
I like how for the detective theme they allowed Yi Song to use the mirror dungeon theme.
준비해야 할
Boom
것이 있는
boom
것
boom
같았어.
boom 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 boom.
돈키호테 양은 이전 버스 경보가 있던 날 조금 늦게 뒷문으로 돌아왔소. 그리고 다음 날 나와 파우스트 양에게 도시에서 흔히 쓰이는 기호에 대한 설명 문구책을 요구했어.
파우스트가 몇 권 대여해 주었습니다.
돈키호테 양은 내내 내 옆에서 그 책을 읽으며 흥분된 표정으로 책을 뒤적거렸어. 나의 컨디션이 좋지 않아 말을 걸지는 못했으나 코스프레, 복장, 주머니 등의 단어를 계속 중얼거렸지.
But yeah, the change in soundtrack is nice. Oh, I'm trying to make a joke.
돈키호테 양은 버스의 경보에서
I'm trying to make a joke
자신을
that they just ended up
기호를
using the
찾았고
mirror dungeon theme for this because it's mysterious and
파우스트가 알고 있었기
spooky.
때문에 결과적으로 이 공간에 도착할 수 있었습니다.
I was doing a bit.
문까지 가는 동안 복도에 있던 존재들과 전투를 치렀다.
Okay, this one's actually good, so I can't make fun of it like the battle theme for this intervallo.
그런 상황에서
Okay, hold on. I have to prove my point here.
영구적인
Here,
인원 손실을
hold
발생시킬 수도
on.
있습니다.
So listen to this, right? We understand melee themes are really good, but like we have Canto 7 Barber theme. That one was great. Oh shoot! It's protected! I accidentally hit something while jamming out, but yes. All I'm saying is they can make things like that, right? And then we've even got songs like hold on, this one too. This one is great as well. But then we have a song like this. So, like, come on! We know what they're capable of, and we got just. You know what? Because of that, I deserve a caramel chew. Okay, I'm gonna eat a caramel chew. So get ready for that. This is gonna be right here. Quality Hayami content. So like, please listen. You hear that plastic wrapper? Oh yeah, that's a great sound, isn't it? Oh yeah. Now check this out. Okay. I got myself this caramel chew with the cream inside of it. Just listen to that. That soothing lip smacking motion. Like I'm a donkey. Oh, that was a little gross. I'm sorry.
이해하셨나요? 관리자님이 없는 상황에서 일어나는
Okay.
전투는
Mini rant over.
지극히 위험합니다.
복도 어딘가에서 시체가 되어 영영 되살아나지 못할 수도 있었다.
Peak Don says cosplay. Dude, Don says so many English things in this intervallo. As a matter of fact, I kind of liked when it was only one per intervallo. It made it feel special.
반드시 살아남아야만 합니다. 아시겠습니까?
Yes, Autiz. You know, I think people just like Autiz because she basically refuses to let you leave. I've never seen Autiz look at me like that, so cold and ruthless.
애초에 그 기회의 나열은 그런 식으로 때려 맞추듯 해석할 수 있는 것 또한 아니었고요.
I'm really sorry. I don't know what else to say.
이 정도로 해두죠. 그보다
그렇네요. 돈 키호테, 히스클리프 그 두 명은 어디로 간 거죠?
Well, they got kidnapped, so you know that's nice. I told them exactly as the events transpired. Well, you see, Gregor, I am the manager. Hey guys, what is manager in Japanese? Shiroe, you would know, right?
어디야?
Shiroe, please.
어이,
Shiroe, please.
여기는 도시의 어느
Sure, please.
구역이지? 이 추위를 벗어나는
Shiroe, please.
북부로라도 온 건가? 아니면
이곳은 도시가 아닙니다.
아니, 그게 무슨 말이야?
단어 그대로 해석하시면 됩니다. 저기 널브러져 있는 노움이라는 지성체들은 외곽에 사는 생명체. 흔히 외곽의 괴물이라고 불리는 존재입니다.
Monsters of the outskirts. Wait,
호수에서 그렇게 질리도록
we aren't near the
싸워놓고
library of
또
Rona, are
괴물이야?
we? District 20 is not where the library was sent. They weren't exactly like the whales, though. We could communicate with the gnomes. They were just people, except
외곽의
smaller.
다른 지역과 존재들이라니. 상황만 여유로웠다면 마음 놓고 탐구했겠네요. 그런데 이곳은 전반적으로 노움의 키에 맞춰서 설계된 구조물인 듯하군요.
여기가 외곽이라면 왔던 길로 돌아갈 수 있는 거겠죠?
저희가 들어온
Easily.
문이 닫히지만 않는다면요.
Could you imagine Virgilius shows up and he's just like, huh,
만약
this isn't supposed to be open, and he just shuts it.
닫히면요?
And then we're just abandoned forever. Oh
외곽에서
my god.
도시까지 직접 돌아가야 할 테니 기나긴 여정이 되겠죠.
Could you guys imagine that? He just straight shuts the door on
여기서
us.
무슨 소리가 자꾸 나옴? 얼레?
응? 여기 노다지가 걸어다니고 있음. 죄다 도구 챙겨서 튀어라.
단테, 이쪽 뒤로 오시게.
You know where they are in the city? No. The door slammed open and gnomes began flooding into the room. We prepared ourselves for battle. No, okay, Shiroe, what is the Japanese word for manager? You know Japanese, so teach it to me.
자, 출발해 볼까요?
청원 불격! 여긴 답답한데. 나도 나가서 싸우면 안 되나?
Easy hit.
효율적인 대처로 대치를 꿰뚫었습니다.
I like how much people wanted Dulcinea Rudia, so
쉽게 하지 않아요.
I just remember the moment Dulcinea came on screen, it's like,
그래서 저러는 거.
Dulcinea Rudia!
기회를 잡으시는 게 좋겠어요.
이런 것도 되죠.
It was an interesting experience.
아, 술 맛을 돋궈주는 좋은 공격이었어.
And you know, Ji-hoon Siambe had decided to,
편히 쉬시게.
Jihoon Seonbae definitely decided to give the fans exactly what they wanted with that ID. I'm not willing to say much more than that, but you know.
중계하듯이 말하지 좀 마시라니까.
It doesn't need much more, right? You do know the Limbus community be down bad for Dulcie Rodia. Dude, I think it's just for any of the sinners. People like Autis because she's obsessed with you. People like Rodia because she's, what's it called? She's, you know. People like, Ishmael because she's cute, frankly. People like Faust because she talks softly and looks soft too. And we have some new information about Faust that was revealed very recently with the new Intervallo art. I'm just saying, if you go on Twitter, you've seen some interesting stuff for sure for that. For what that had unleashed. People like, oh my gosh, who else is a girl? Most of the Limbus girls are popular with the down men. Exactly. Like, I don't think there's a single one that isn't.
부분도 있긴 하지만 역시 사람은 아니네요. 노음이라는 건 희한한 말투를 쓰는 것 빼곤.
Good job, Sherlock
이 정도로
Ishmael.
말이 통하는 괴물.
Good work.
아니,
Good work, Ishmael.
괴물이라고 말하는 게 맞을까요?
정의하기 나름입니다. 누군가는
Oh, you mean the regular checkup where they...
다른 종족이라고
I'm not gonna
하겠죠.
say anything else. I am not gonna say anything else.
역시 오늘도 맞는 말씀만을 하시는군요, 관리자님.
외곽은 평소 우리의 작전을 진행하는 곳보다 위험도가 높다. 관리자의 신변을 보호하기 위해서
I just like how it's immediately like, you're great, executive manager. Breathes. Executive manager, good job. Good breathing work.
제일 쉬운 방법은 그 둘을 버리고 가는 거긴 하지만 그게 최선은 아니니까요.
Ishmael kicked open the door. Gnomes rushed for.
관리자님도 지키고 그 둘도 구하면 되잖아요.
Are officially larger than her head. Shh. I wonder when the...
한자루는 죽었던 한자에 대한
Wait, did the legend disappear from reality? Did he fade?
살아갈 자에 대한 엄숙한 애도를. 장리는
Did the legend die? No. Again, this is not that hard of a hard mode, but maybe it's just because I'm just that good.
도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
It's like whenever I hear this song, even in Mirror Dungeon, I can't stop myself from just basically freaking bleeding out loud, because that's what it feels like. My ears are just bleeding out loud. For the last one, they ask you to clear 3 waves, 10 stages with boss. Oh, that's nice. So what I'm hearing is I'll have to pull out my big guns. 3 waves in 10 turns. Okay, maybe this is a little harder than I thought, but you know. At least it's not like Nelly hard. Oh my gosh. Nelly was awful.
이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
You know, everyone was like, "Oh, Nelly, you just have to read. You just have to read." She was busy scooping my eyes out with her freaking spoon. Read what? Nelly's easy. Admittedly, I used syncing team. I didn't have syncing back then. I think I had to rely on Hongwoo. W Corp Hongwoo. That was interesting, might I say. That was a day, guys. That was a day.
거기구나. 저놈을 추적해. 한 놈도 남지 않을 때까지 지금을 반복한다.
Yep.
추적해. 나의 승리다.
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼.
The good old legendary Yat mail? Okay, that's an easy clear.
없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
예쁘네. 네 피분수.
Was that Radia speaking? Oh.
한 자루는 죽어 떠난 자에 대한 축하를, 한 자루는 목숨에 묶여 살아갈 자에 대한 엄숙함.
나의 상대는
Well, we're still looking for them. They're still lost because, you know, Dante did a bad idea.
어떤 시간과 공간에 계시는 관리자님이 들을진 몰라도
But I guess this is the usual structure of an intervallo. You just kind of go through the story. Pretty much, it sets it up. You do a couple battles, and then it's over. It's again, I do believe intervallos are more built for story building than anything else, or world building, story building. Yeah. Okay. Game that has story and text that you have to read. It's built for story building.
정신 못 차리는 녀석이 있네.
처리해 볼까요? 인도적인 조치는 필요 없을 거예요.
그대 또한 참.
The English language is difficult.
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼.
On a daily basis,
완벽하고
how many brain cells do you think die for me per day? Like, let's be honest. Everyone, pull out your honesty meters. Let's hear it. How many brain cells of mine die from just me breathing? And at what point do you think I should allow them to be put out of their misery?
네, 잠든 그대를 길을
완전 과감한 판단이었어요.
중계하듯이 말하지 좀 마시라니까.
잠든
그래도
그대를
완전
길을
좋은
올바른
판단이었던 건
방법으로
사실이네요.
개체에게 일격을 가해줘.
급소가
이것이
전부 꿰뚫렸네.
바로 정보의 힘입니다.
총원 불경.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
그대 또한 잠들.
저놈을 추적해.
급소가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
저놈을 추적해.
급소가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
Like a sponge that soaks up everyone else's. I like that. I like that. A sponge that soaks up everyone else's.
편하게
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다.
That is my favorite
기계는
descriptor.
이래버린 말단 쉽게 하지 않아요.
아직 모자라.
여러분들. 왜 그렇게 뒷걸음질을 하시는 건가요?
For whom the gnome's path. Oh, hold on, wait a second. I might have enough to purchase what I think. No. For whom the gnome's path.
나의 상대는
So, what was grinding like before, you know, mirror dungeon grinding was introduced?
공장 가꾸려 선물을 만드는 것인가?
아, 이런 식으로 선물 자체를 만들어내는 공장도 있었나 보군요.
크리스마스 장식도 한가득이네요.
Oh, Sinclair.
때까지는 시간이 좀 남았는데.
The precious boy. Sinclair looked to the ground with a somber expression. Oh. I didn't know how to ask how he was feeling.
선물이라도 나누는 걸까요?
I'm just saying.
그렇게 친절해 보이지.
Kind of awful to, you know.
도시 어딘가의 날개에서 외곽에
Have
있는
what happened to poor
공장에
Sinclair.
하청을 맡겼을 가능성도 있다.
I wanted to say no chance, but the city and the wings that we've experienced so far were... Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, there was a non-zero chance of that being the case. And just literally auto... Did you do your mirror dungeon? No, I did not. It's still in the game. We do the boss fight after the story that costs one module. Okay, Relic of the Past. Mirror dungeon was always there. Wait, I thought you couldn't always farm through mirror dungeon, and you had to farm.
제대로 고쳤는데.
Someone had said, you know, good old chicken cooking
적중에 정신 못
was
차리는 녀석이 있네.
a different, you know, situation, so to speak.
인내적인 조치는 필요 없을 거예요. 효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요. 지금은 기세를 다시 잡았군요.
뭐 위기에 강하다 그런 거야.
I don't want to hear it anymore. Please. Please. You can farm mirror dungeon. Please. Please, 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 please.
우리가 우세를 전하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼. 지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝나.
My ears are screaming.
좋은 공격이었어.
약점을 잘 찌른 것 같네요.
그대 또한 잠들게.
이 작살엔 필살의
Truly, literacy issues.
보았나? 저건 이렇게 진리가
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
올바른 방법으로 개체에게 일격을 가했군요. 이것이 바로 정보의 힘입니다.
So, with Limbus chicken, you could farm through what's it called? Mirror dungeon?
급소가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
I feel them draining from me. Weirdly, I feel no different. Oh, I get it. Penguin's trying to say he has no brain. Oh my gosh, Ishmael might die. Yo, they're actually strong? It's okay. We have the power of Balestra Fenty, which did no damage. I think I'm just used to things dealing a lot more damage than that.
편히 쉬시게. 네, 잠든 그대를 기릴 테니.
I always laugh at that. He shoots and then he just stops and poses. Bing, bing, pose. After spending some time battling gnomes and trashing the gift factory, we soon realized that the gifts the conveyor belt were moving weren't your average gifts.
저건 발인가? 발이 그려져 있는 표지판은 왜 저기에 붙어 있는 거야?
이쪽은 눈알이 그려져 있어.
Oh,
이 선물들의
disgrossing.
성분은 통상적인 그물체를 구성하는 재료들이 아닌 것으로 추측됩니다. 형태는 곰인형, 크레파스, 장난감 기차 따위지만 단백질과 인의 함유율이 유독 높습니다. 꼬마 전구나 장식 소품들은 그렇지 않은 걸 보아 이건 도시의 쓰레기들을 주워 걸어둔 것 같네요.
뻔하지. 사선.
Well, they did say they have to deliver these to their neighbors.
뭐든지 사람을 갖고 해결하는 건
They're
외곽이나 도시나 똑같네.
interesting kind of Santa Claus workers.
중요한 건 누구를 위한 선물인가겠지만요.
누가 이런 걸 받고 싶어 하겠어요.
Definitely not kids.
모르지. 부자 놈들은 은근히 이런 변태 같은 취향을 가진 놈들이 있기 마련이거든.
그런데 말이죠. 사람으로 선물을 만드는 거라면 히스클리프 씨와 동키호테 씨도 선물이 되는 건가요?
I like how she mentions rich people, and immediately Honglu chimes in because, you know, he's rich.
한시가 급하겠구려.
선물이 미리 되지 않았다는 가정에서 그들이 있을 확률이 제일 높은 곳을 알 수 있다.
Poor Honglu getting roped in with all these weird people. After a long silence, Marcel spoke up. He pointed in a direction.
저곳에 선물 제작소라는 간판이 붙어 있다.
Good old concerning situations for our sinners, right?
여러분들
Oh, 4 more stages and no more. Nya. Did I summon an Ultra Beast? That I
어디
did.
있는가?
That I did Dragon Ball Z.
사실 이런 고무구실은
Well, I guess it would
제가
technically be
아니라
super.
세트라들의 역할이긴 하죠. 관리자님도 알다시피 저는 언제나 수십 명의 몫을 해내고 있으니까요. 공격 능력 평가.
Genuinely, Yi Song probably has some of the highest damage I've seen, which makes you wonder, what are they gonna do for the new wall piggy? Actually, speaking of which, when is the new wall piggy coming, you guys?
올바른 방법으로 개체에게 일격을 가했군요. 이것이 바로 정보의 힘입니다.
보여? 개체가 더 이상 움직이지 않네.
Probably next month? Okay, cool.
전부 움직일 수 없게
Very soon. It's the next thing on the agenda? Oh boy. Do you guys know how hard it is to not want to summon on the new wall piggy? I'm gonna be struggling in the wall piggy for the wall piggy time because it's gonna be Library of Rona and like I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna stop myself.
이 책임은 다음에 묻도록 하죠.
His last Walpurgis was September, soon, so January-ish. You know, is there even a point in saving for so long out of curiosity? Just do it. It's full stop. Yeah, exactly. It's the gun squad. Like, is there even a point in saving if you can just pity the ego like 4 times? You would need nearly 800 pulls to get every single ego. Never mind, I gotta keep saving. Just in case. Let someone go. I got him. Very good. Very good. It's good.
관리자님은 당신이 생각하는 것보다 대단한 능력을 갖추고 있다고 제가 늘 말씀드렸죠.
Yes, distort Ishmael.
옳은 말만 한답니다.
Distort mail. Make this game harder for me. Kablam! 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 Kablamo! Yi Song is giving that guy like no chance. Hey, like, okay, for gun shooty Song, do you think that Yi Song can actually, can you take him in like with a Pierce squad and pick up all the Pierce items and just watch him go crazy?
이런 과정들을 통틀어 신뢰라고 부른다고
Because that's crazy.
긍정적인 변화네요.
Easy clear. I can buy my Heathcliff to get some increased stuff. You know, it's actually kind of nice. I want to make it very clear. It's actually kind of nice that I didn't pick up this event ego because, you know, they're rerunning them. So that's actually kind of nice. You'll make a fine gift. Then. Yeah. At this point, might as well do a potential man lone crown combo. Hello, Ghost. Welcome. A potential man lone crown combo. Wait, you're talking.
밧줄 단단히 묶어라.
I actually don't know what you're talking. What is hold on, what's a lone crown combo?
일인가요?
관리.
어쩔.
가볼까요?
고래를 향해.
그 허황되고 유치한 꿈은 즐거우셨습니까? 이제 깨어날 시간입니다. 당신이 외면하고 떠넘겼던 모든
That's
책임을
depressing.
다하기 위해서. 원망하십시오, 어버이시여. 우리
The Overcooked Team stream notification quality. You don't even need the holiday in your team. It works from bench too. Oh. Well, like, isn't it good to have it? You know, I don't want to skip this, so I'm sorry, guys, but we're going to take a moment to enjoy this. What are you thinking, Father? What are you doing? Stop him! What are you thinking now, at this precise moment? As the family you once loved, who once loved you so much, impales you, who once loved us in return with these brutal stakes. Stab him now! Oh, know that you were the one who wronged us. You abandoned all of us. You abandoned the whole family. What are you thinking, Father? What are the thoughts swirling in your mind as the outpouring of curses and condemnation, stained by both wrath and hatred, strike your ears? Rouse yourself from the dream, O Father. The reply you gave me was silence. Was it your fury against us that sealed your lips? No, it was not. For you merely cast down your gaze at the stake sinner, as a stake sinner does out of guilt, like a felon who has no words left to say in their defense. What happened to us? Where did this all begin? Both are questions with answers in plain sight. The day when a stranger knocked forcefully upon our gates. The day when Father's eyes began to twinkle with interest. The day when, during one family gathering, we collectively agreed that we would help our beloved father achieve his dream, as the night's tales of adventures began to pull him in. Every little change brought on by each new day has shaped and molded the bed of this penultimate moment. You built this insurmountable wall of disconnect between yourself and the rest of us. The responsibility is yours, and yours alone. You abandoned us. I can hear the echoes of Father's laughter all the way from here, at the end of this hallway. Next to Father stood the Knight of the White Moon. Having taken my place, I hide behind a pillar, peering at the pair. I recall the words of my father. I recall the words he used to impale my heart like a stake. I am no longer in need of your company. Please divert your care to La Mancha land and the rest of the family. Look after them. Your language was plain. Not a singular pretense, description, or intentional embellishment veiled those words. Your words, shared casually over breakfast table one morning, were as gentle and affectionate as your every other word. So, I wish to have faith that Father sent me away because he cared for me. A tale in which blood fiends are no longer bound by their yearning for blood. A tale in which a clement, selfless hero protects all. A tale in which humans and blood fiends coexist, smiles abound in paradise. A tale in which we embrace the dream to seek and reclaim our lost tomorrows. He must have sent me away, because I clearly did not show an iota of interest in these laughably absurd tales, because he valued my time. Yes, it had to be the decision he made for the love of the family, despite the knight's silver tongue infecting his mind. That was the faith I hoped to instill in myself. Yet, as I peered from behind the pillar, as they bantered, I could not perish the thought that I was simply making excuses for him. Little chuckles peppered in light-hearted chatter, both of them swirling inside a little world of their own. Did you truly find the tales regaled by the human that riveting? Father was dreaming and you dream. having discarded the old dream that he imbued in us as he saved us from the gutters. I cannot imagine the euphoria brought upon by your newfound dream, Father. But for me, no, for our family, it was more than a culmination of our worst nightmares. How much longer can our sanity endure this exitless nightmare? I see it still, past the darkness of eyelids, a vision of the past I lived not so long ago. Memories of our own family members who had gone mad from long suppressed instincts. I remember the day when Father deemed their sin unforgivable, the sin of seeking happiness as blood fiends should, by bringing harm to humans. In my hand that wielded a lance, which was commanded there by Father's orders, lingered a foreign and unfamiliar sensation. My very own thoughts then are alien to me. How did I feel as I buried their living bodies into the earth? How did I feel as I mercilessly tore through their skulls? I open my hands and eyes and look at my hands. Sodden with sweat, I wipe them dry. Then, my gaze focuses on the priest area. Still, it's so bright at such a late hour. Our Father's dream isn't what sustains our family now. It's the priest's desperate words of consolation in the endless pain. The halls still echo with Father and the night's laughter. Now, more than ever, I feel an intense hatred for that noise. I felt my own feet move towards the confessional as though they were possessed. How did the consultations go? Well, it's no different than usual. All are at peace, tranquil as they always are, and all that. You lie. Do you take me for a fool that I would pick up on what really is happening? Splatters of blood marred his room. His back was rough and torn with fresh wounds. There was a whip on his desk, surrounded by dozens of uneaten heme bars. I knew that something was starting to fester within all of us. It affected the priest most severely, for he stood alone before the flood, taking the outpouring pain, suffering, and hatred of the family in our Father's stead, rotting inside more than anything else. Cancel some of your consultation appointments, but send them to me instead. I will lend an ear to their troubles. You will. At this rate, taking on this responsibility alone will break you before long, before anyone else. His eyes wavered on me with a look of unmistakable distress. Please do not hesitate to ask me for assistance, should any questions or difficulties arise. But he did not refuse my help. What words must be said to alleviate one such of absence of exchange? I stood there for what felt like an eternity, trying to come up with something to talk about, but there was nothing. When I turned to leave, Gregor called to me in a peculiar tone. That reminds me. I heard through the grapevine that Father was preparing to leave on an adventure. Yes, all on his own too. Once again, it seems the human is responsible for this. I hear this adventure will be a quest for a legendary helm. The sheer idea of it, I can hardly wait. What do you know about that adventure? I looked straight into his nervously wandering eyes and asked in an interrogative tone. We weren't close, but I knew him well enough to know what he meant. A plan, you say? I don't know if it is wise of me to share such a thing, but yes, Lady Radian is the one mastering this plan. Well, I suppose there's no harm in sharing with you now. How could I ever imagine that this despicable plot of filial impiety, so horrible that anyone hearing it would have intensely hated the idea. It's all for the happiness of the family. It was shared to me by none other than the priest. My instincts are screaming at me to immediately take this matter to Father. The confessional, it alone, a sight of madness manifests, cuts through my heart. When the priest succumbs to madness, which is only a matter of time, another blood fiend will have to sit in this small room alone, to shoulder the burden of anxiety from the entire family. It need not be the same fate awaits all who shall take his place. And when one by one, more and more of the family loses their grip on sanity, should I again be made to bury my own family, my own blood? My hands, once again, forced to crush their skulls? Is this the horrid future our father dreamed of? No. It cannot be. Father was changed and twisted by the silver-tongued wiles of the night. Even as the family that had promised to withstand the thirst, that promised to dream together crumbles, our irresponsible father goes on to seek an adventure in such a blithe display of naivete. This alone is proof enough. She conspires a sin of filial impiety, an unthinkable transgression, but I must hear her out first. Lady Rodian is currently in the process of wrapping up the last parade of the day. I knew where to go to put an end to this chaos. To the parade area, where my only sister resides. Oh, your eyes. You already know everything, don't you? Was it the priest who let you in on this? An elaborate parade, surrounding the procession's paths are humans, laughing and clapping delightedly at the parade. Their eyes hold no trace of fear that we once instilled in them. I only saw polite and innocent affability at worst. Even the hunters, who once hated us enough to the point where they would willingly throw their lives away just to kill a single one of us, now make an exception. Our sacrifice was all it took to perpetuate the idyllic reality. Yes, our sacrifice and only our sacrifice. Father's ridiculously juvenile dream. It's becoming real. They're starting to acknowledge it. You mean the dream that took every waking moment? That made her every waking moment a nightmare? I guess it is my fault for expecting you to change at all. You'd always agree with Father no matter. Do as you will. What meaning is there to happiness if we are all excluded from the blessing? I know the answer now. The happiness our father saw in his ideals is meaningless to us. What glory is there in gazing upon the happiness of humans if we stand upon the ground in which our family lies buried, made into corpses by our own hands to free them from their madness? I said, go ahead, do it. At my confident reply, an odd light shimmers in my sister's eyes, the eyes that had completely lost any semblance of light, the eyes that had seen too much fatigue to glimmer. But it's filial impiety. I thought she'd be more opposed to this. It is Father who has abandoned us. And that plan comes from none other than you, who had to look after the entire family while perhaps Father was chasing his hollow dreams. Focus on the plan and leave me to take care of the family in the meantime. I thought you were still so disinterested in everything happening before your eyes. Hey, I kinda like the new one. Go to the barber and she will explain everything. That child was the architect of the more intricate parts of the plan after all. No, I'll actually go with you. It's easy to have me there to smooth things out, right? Yes. Sancho is in. Oh, Lady Sancho will take part in our plan. Very well, Your Grace. This will certainly reduce the risks involved in my strategy. Your involvement in this particular matter certainly was expected. Well, she can pretend all she wants about how little she cares about us, but I guess she kept her eye on the rest of the family in her own way. Indeed. Then perhaps it is possible that your apparent disinterest in that perfect dress I had once crafted for you was but a mask to hide your deep interest in the sartorial arts. That's a light-hearted jest. I merely thought to break the ice. Given that you have remained entirely silent since the moment you stepped into this room, please don't concern yourself with my comments. I will try your dress next time. For now, I would like you to elaborate on your plan. We plan to place the helm of Membrino over Father's head. We received this intelligence from the relic peddler who kept swindling our father. The relic's function is as follows. Whoever wears the helm shall be viewed as an equal in the eyes of the beholder. Viewed as an equal by the beholder. Does that mean that the taboo, our revulsion for hurting a higher kindred, can be nullified? Precisely, Your Grace. Were I to look at an individual wearing the helm, I will perceive them as a third kindred, and if Lady Sancho or Lady Rodian were to look at them, they would appear as a second kindred. is said to have a similar effect on humans as well. A king shall see the helm wearer as a king, and a knight shall see the helm wearer as a knight. The plan was more solid than I had expected, but the risks were still immense. Though Father had expended much of his strength when he created Roshinante, his might remains nigh insurmountable. Even with the crutch provided by the mask, the knowledge that he is still our father will stay in the hands of many of our members. But yes, this is the best chance we've got. For us to be released from the binding saddles of this nightmare, we must drag our father, who gallops at the vanguard of his procession, on the steed. This is why we have turned against you. Because in the dark, invisible corners of La Mancha land, we were there, suffering silently as our instincts strangled us. Just as you forsook our happiness, we forsake your ideals. We will seek blood, slaughter every human we see. And the knight who corrupted your mind shall be found and torn limb from limb. Was it your lingering attachment to the dream that it could still be realized? Or was it resentment towards us who ruined your dream of coexistence? Your retribution for our transgressions? Even as your gaze remains downcast, weighed down by guilt of abandoning your own family, you raised an arm towards us. As though the dream continues still. All of a sudden, I was struck by a terrible premonition. Our preparations were immaculate, ready for every possibility, but should our father unleash his full might, determined to decimate his entire family? He will kill us all. Even if we manage to defeat him, none of us will survive, and that was the best case scenario. Yet why, I wonder? Yet why did I see, from your trembling hands, a clear sign of hesitation that could not be disguised? I quickly motioned the family to stop materializing their weapons out of panic. He isn't trying to fight us. This is a great shadow, more vast than ever, even the darkest clouds, begins to devour the sky over us. A wall of blood begins to materialize around La Mancha land. Is our father sealing La Mancha land? He's trapping us in here! This is the retribution we deserve. Everyone, let's remain calm. We're going to be okay. I know we're going to be okay. The family panics. My sister gives me an odd look. I push harder on my lance, impaling Father's chest. They and I have committed the sin of filial impiety. But for our family to be confined here in La Mancha land for another eternity of suffering. Stop this. If you ever loved us as much as we once loved you, you will do nothing, I beseech you. That is your final responsibility to us as our father. The shadow that had begun to shroud the sky withdraws, growing thinner, as if to say that his love for us hasn't changed. Father's arm slowly falls back on his side. The family begins to sob. I can see their tears from the corner of my eyes. From relief that the plan was success, from the dawning of the terrifying reality that we are now without a father. Indeed, someone new must lead them from the vanguard. This massive responsibility is bloody and heavy, as it rests ponderously upon my shoulders. Should someone come seeking the whereabouts of our father, give them this answer. Our father galloped towards a hollow dream, dragging his family through brutal suffering, and eventually met his end in the dirt. And should someone ask you the question, how will you live on? Assert boldly that you will live on as a blood fiend should, while I bear the responsibility and guilt. Go seek the happiness that you have lost. It's raining red. Father gasses final breaths, and the red droplets continue to pelt our heads. Thus marks the end of dreaming. La Mancha land is falling apart. For everyone. For you and me. Because this crimson rain falls from the cumulus of broken things. The blood overflows, flooding the land before the earth can claim it. Long, but deserved. So basically, that entire story is if Sancho never dreams, essentially. If Sancho were to never be interested in Bari, as Don Quixote were, this is the pathway that we would have. Okay. a Bari ID someday? That'd be kind of cool. This identity obviously goes insane with Yearning Miracala. What does Yearning Miracala even do? I mean, don't get me wrong, they look like they go together, basically. For every 100... It probably deals... If you corrode it with the Blood Feast on it, she probably ruins people. The 4-star pregnant Rhodian banner. Please, God, stop! Not that. Not that of all things. Communal consumed. It's important for bleed. Okay. Let's see. I called her that because she was being mean. That's not true. Did I do my plug? I did not. Guys, if you guys, thank you for watching the stream. If you enjoy it, please consider giving it a like and a subscribe because it helps out so much. Also, we have a Discord in the description. Please consider joining it. Thanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, go! Go! Yearning does a lot of damage. It does. If it does not, it does a lot of bleed. Okay. I think I'm hearing some odd noise from in there. Especially in ideal mirror dungeon runs, bleed runs, explodes.
비명 소리가 들리는데 웃을 일이냐고요.
익숙한 놈나지다.
No, she must
이 정도의
giggle.
데시벨은
Things just
돈키호테의
explode.
고함 소리와 일치한다.
이 explosion!
잠깐. 아직 전투 구역의 위험 정도가 파악되지 않았다. 저 안은 폐쇄적인 공간인 것 같으니.
그대 히스클리프 군이 있었다면 이런 소리를 할 것 같소.
뭐지?
I think I know. How hecking frustrating. Quit whining, pick up your tools and get cracking.
제법 웃기네요.
Ishmael soon blasted the door open with a powerful kick. Meanwhile,
여긴 대체 뭐야? 나 왜 묶여 있는 건데?
미안하네. 우린 아무래도 망한 것 같아. 필시, 우리는 저기 저 프레스 기계 속에서 장난감이 되어버릴 운명인 것이오. 본인은 저 오뚜기 인형이 되어버리는 것 같네. 넘어져도 다시
a
일어나는.
roly-poly toy.
야! 이상한 소리 그만하고 이것 좀 어떻게 풀어봐!
히스클리프군, 정말 미안하네. 본인이 비록 붉은 주머니 코스프레 복장을 얻고 싶었던 마음이
코스프레
아주 조금은 있었어. 나 자네의 멋진 옷을 구해주려고 했던 것 또한 내 진심이었네.
She's so kind.
알았어. 너 이따가
자네는 멋진 대중 시계라는 것이 되려는
An
모양이네.
elaborate pocket watch.
여기까지 와서 또 시계야.
저는 색연필이 되나봐요. 색도 24가지나 있대요.
24 vibrant colors.
살아있는 재료는 오랜만에 보는 것 같음.
This is awful.
근데 조금
This is not
피가
funny.
나는 것 같음. 귀에서 피 나는지 봐줄 수 있음? 저렇게 악을 쓰는 인간들로 만들어진 선물이어야 받는 놈들이 좋아 죽지 않겠음?
자, 그럼 손질을 시작해 볼까?
This is horrible. Wait.
히스클리프 씨, 동키호테
Listen, if
씨.
you guys are laughing, shame on you.
아직 선물이 되지 않으셨네요.
꽤 코지한 분위기군.
Nice whistle, Rudia. Or, not Rudia, Ryoshu. Returning into gift labor. We're here for you, Heathcliff.
시계 대가리. 젠장이 이렇게 반가울 줄이야.
You know, I wonder what happened to Dante in all of these mirror worlds. With Wild Hunt Cliff and stuff like that. Looks like we got here in the nick of time. Heathcliff and Don Quixote were about to get hydraulic pressed.
내가 말이지 이런 말은 잘 안 하는 성격인데
네.
시계가 되지 않게 해줘서
이 머저리들 관리자님 하나 지키지 못하고 포로나 된 꼴이라니.
오.
됐다. 취소할란다.
자, 빨리 정신 차려요. 관리자님, 이제 어떻게 하실 거죠?
Heathcliff was on the verge of turning into a true family man, but Aldous walked him back into reality. Hold on. I need to listen to that. I just love how he's like, I'm gonna say, you know what, thank you. And then Aldous scolds him and he's like,
됐다. 취소할란다.
oh, it's perfect. I love it.
응원도
I love that kind of stuff.
거기구나. 정보팀은 조금 더 가치 있는 걸 추구하는.
He went from again ready to pour out his heart, ready to give Heathcliff to give Roland lines. He went from, you know, ready to pour out his heart, ready to actually be earnest and thank, you know, his co-workers for helping out, and he's just like, you know what, forget it. Well, I don't even know why I tried.
대부분의 관리자들은 이 타이밍에서 결정적인
You very clearly don't deserve it.
추잡하네.
Perfection.
이런 것도 되죠.
This is why we love Heathcliff.
잠든 그대를 기릴.
이대로만 계속해보면
Hard mode is not that hard.
급소가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
Hard mode is only a little hard. To be fair, you have seen how they were sweet to Dawn in her canto.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다.
Yes.
참고로 기계는 입에
This,
바른 말
again,
쉽게 하지
you
않아요.
know, I feel happy for anyone who's able to play Limu Company. With the full voice acting and all that stuff. People who come in late will be able to fully experience Intervallos, fully voice and everything. Whereas not having to listen to me be like, oh, ain't it something, mate? My name's Heathcliff, and I'm a brute. You want some tea and crumpets, maybe?
이것이 바로 정보의 힘입니다.
We don't talk about that. Limousine company.
편히 쉬시게. 네, 잠든 그대를 기릴 테니.
개체들의 체력이 많이
Why do I feel this is? It's not! The true hard mode was when Line 1 Railway was released. Wolf Action Whale Ray. Okay, hold on. Sage, I need to defend myself. Penguini said that I was being mean, right? But do you know what actually happened? All I did was just pointing out how he was like, oh, that Megumin figure. Oh, nice.
예쁘네. 네 피분수.
Clapped his hands together and everything. He was like, huh? After we defeated a horde of gnomes, Don Quixote and Heathcliff fell to their knees before everyone. I also knelt down, feeling like I should be there beside them, but Aldous pulled me to the side. I feel bad for those two.
준비되었어. 내 놈들, 도대체 어떻게 해야 그딴 정신머리가 생겨날 수 있는 거지? 관리자님께서 너희로 인해 얼마나 많은 걱정을 했고 위험을 감수했는지 알기는 하나.
사실은 시계 대가리도 그렇게 하자고.
시끄럽다. 관리자님의 이름을 그런 식으로 부르지 마라. 버릇없는 것.
Insolent fool.
잘못했어.
어릴 적 어머니에게
My mother
혼날
used to
때와
scold me like this in my youth. Aldous did not seem to slow down at all with her stern scoldings. And the pair fell completely silent, their heads hung low. I decided to wander away from the scene. This guilty conscience was too much for me to bear. Is Crayon doing okay?
네.
과도한 정신적 충격으로 잠시 기절했을 뿐이었습니다.
어쩌다 이런 곳에 끌려온 것이오.
사람인 거죠? 여기는 정말 외곽인 거고.
Rayon initially appeared somewhat taken aback from the deluge of questions, but she soon began to open up.
역시 여러분은 도시의 사람들이시군요.
Yes, we are city folk,
저는
Animal Crossing.
외곽 북쪽에 있는 마을, 구름마을 사람이에요.
왜 거기는 저런 노움 같은 괴물들이 많은 건가? 사람 말도 막 하고?
네, 노움만 있는 건 아니고 여러 괴물이 있어요. 제가 본 것도 있지만 마을 어른들이 이야기해준 것만 해도 엄청 많아요. 저희 마을은 그런 괴물들을 피해 만들어진 곳 중 하나예요. 오늘도 평소 같다면 모두와 같이 마을에서 식사를 준비하고 있을 시간이었는데
갑자기 저들이 들이닥친 거군.
맞아요. 하필 사냥꾼들이 나가 있어서. 원래 괴물들이 올 시기가 아닌데 그래서 안전하다고 생각한 건데 갑자기 썰매를 타고 들이닥쳐서는 싸워보려 했지만 대부분 상대가 되지 않으셨고 많은 분이 돌아가셨어요. 그렇게 생긴 시체는 그 썰매의 주머니에
Oh, what a
모조리
horrible turn of
넣었던 거고요.
events.
너무 무서워서 기절하고 말았는데
You know, Faust sounds entirely different. I'm just
주머니에
saying.
넣어지게 되었죠.
이런 말하기 힘든 얘기까지 들어버렸네.
But I guess that should be obvious for a voice actor.
아니에요. 저도 질문해도 되나요?
무엇이든.
도시에는 48가지 크레용 색깔이 있다는 게 정말인가요? 그 중에 금색이랑 은색도 있다는 것도?
So,
아마도.
man, I actually don't understand how big of a deal the city is in comparison. Crayon's acting like the city is like some kind of mystical, magical place, but the city's kind of full of awful people.
그거 참 복잡한 질문이네. 높은 곳에 올라가서 가끔 바라봤거든요. 도시는 엄청 예쁜 불빛이 가득하구나 하고요. 제가 가진 색만으로는 칠할 수도 없이 엄청 반짝반짝하게요. 부러웠어요. 다들 괴물에게 언제 당할지 걱정 없이 이웃들과 행복하게 살 수 있을 테니까. 정말 도시에 와본 적이 없구나. 네?
거기서 거기, 여기나 저기나 죽음은 늘 가깝지.
Pretty.
멋있어. 한 번 더 해주세요.
Ryoshu has a fan? Huh? That was cool.
그리고 다른 사람은 근처에서 못 보셨나요?
여기서 사람을 본 적은 없는 것 같은데요.
그럴 리가. 분명 구하러 와주셨을 텐데.
어떤 분이신가요?
저희 구름마을에 제일 가는 사냥꾼. 그분이 계셨다면 이번 습격도.
그 말로 유추해보자면 호수의 고래잡이들처럼.
Wait a minute. No, Fang Hunt Office isn't a hunter. They're part of an office still. They're just called the Fang Hunt Office. It's a meme Mario. What the heck is that?
이 선물은 누구를 주려고 만드는 건데?
What do you mean it's a meme Mario line? Oh.
그야 당연히 가엾고 착하며 울지 않는 우리의 이웃들이지요.
It's Sandy Claus.
관리자님, 뒤쪽으로.
I don't know when it happened, but a large shadow was looming over us.
깜짝이야. 저건 또 뭐야?
난 이웃에게 선물을 나누어줄.
And he's not an abno, he's actually a monster, right? Oh, merry happy. The guffawing giant garbed in red, carried a massive sack over his shoulder. It was definitely
저놈이야.
not human.
저놈이 여기 대가리를 했어.
저 옷이네.
That was the
붉은
git.
옷이 우리가 찾아 헤매다.
The pair immediately jumped up from their knees and began shouting in unison.
붉은 주머니라는 해결사의 옷이라고? 야, 그러면
설마 사슴맨마저?
닥쳐라. 또 쓰잘데기 없는 소리를.
After silencing the pair with a short, stern command, Aldous approached me and spoke in a low voice.
관리자님, 우선 지성체로 보여 대화를 해보긴 하겠지만 수가 틀어지면 여지없이 전투에 돌입할 수 있게
I would not
준비하는 것이
recommend
좋을
that,
것 같습니다.
Aldous, actually. I wouldn't recommend that at all. Yeah, that's a... No, wait, please. I just said it.
이웃이라면
Dante.
누구를 말하는 거죠? 도시에 있는
Dante, why do you undermine me like this, Dante?
도시에 우리가 들어갈 수나 있나요?
저 덩어리도 노움인 거야? 노움들이 말하는 걸 들어내만 이곳의 대장은 노움이 아니라 수염 거인이라 부른다고 했어.
Beard Giant.
거인은 또 뭐야? 진짜 별게 다 있구만.
단테, 저건 환상체는 아닌 거야?
No. That's not an abnormality or a distortion. I'd say it's closer to the whales.
당신들도
A
선물 받고
beast.
싶은 건가요? 이미 모든 걸 다 가져놓고 외곽에
Oh, he
사는
reminds me of
미혼들은
the Santa Claus from Futurama.
인간으로 만들어진 선물을 받고 기쁨과 위안을 느낄 수 있는 유일한 날이니까요.
인간으로 장난감을 만들어서
Well, at
인간에게
least it's
징후를 가진 자들에게 선물하는 것인가?
at least the city
순수한
celebrates Climax.
선의만으로.
인간들에게 그런 내려지고 쫓겨난 모든 것들이
I am curious as to know what
사는 이곳에서
BL Mersault sounds like, to be honest.
언제나 정성스럽게
Or not
포장하고
BL
있다.
Mersault, but you know, Padded Kim.
협상 결렬이라는 말을 길게도 하는군.
차라리 누군가에게 기쁨이
Because I don't trust you. You're a big, spooky man who isn't wearing a shirt. We should make him say 하슈, 하슈도.
한자루는
Oh,
죽어 떠난 자에 대한
Okay,
축하를.
so this is the Santa Claus. I need to have a good team for this one. Which, frankly, I should just take my La Mancha Land team with me. I should just take La Mancha Land and Pontilis Yisong. I need to level up Pontilis Yisong a bit more. You know, he's not even uptight 4 too. Like, I need way more threads for this. But let's see. Pontilis Yisong. What built teams do you have? Bleed is definitely my absolute best. Wait, my Cappy Ish is uptight 4. Why should I?
고래를 향해
Yeah, she's uptight 4. She might be better. And then I'll take an uptight 4 Pontilis Yisong with me, which is good. Yes. Perfect. Are we gonna bleed Santa? Maybe. Maybe not. And then the only one who won't be uptight 4 is Priest. But Barber... Oh, Princess is not either. Fridge. And neither is Manager. Fridge! Sinking is also really well built too. Sinking, I think, has a lot of uptight 4s. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm just gonna take my bleed squad. I'm just gonna take my bleed squad. You know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna take my bleed squad and we are going to wreck this guy. You sure are lucky to have done this after Christmas. I didn't get anything from Santa. This is my revenge. we'll take a uptype 4 Pontilust. Pontilust is a little too good to ignore. Let me grab Yearning Merkala. And I'm pretty sure I won't need anyone else, so let's do this. Lamanchalendo. Season 1 has Enclair. Season 2 has Paint Song. Season 3 has Catfish. Season 4 has Horsecliff, and Season 5 has Manager Dawn. Wait, Paint Song? Okay. We gotta do our best to actually clear this in 10 turns, so let's actually focus up. Thank you for the sub! Thank you for becoming a Waki Katachi. I will do my best to support your efforts in becoming an main character. Thank you. Let's go. See, at least the boss theme doesn't sound like Ring Song, the true Season 2 boss ID that released in Season 5. Was Ring Yi Song really that good that he just broke barriers? Like, I don't can someone explain to me why Ring Yi Song is considered so powerful? I don't understand it. Hiya, his skill 2 is broken. Well, please explain, rather than just say it is broken. Hello? 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 I shall impale. You need 2 debuffs to proc a lot of debuffs and bleed. Okay, so he just applies a ton of debuffs. Ring Yi Song. Ring Yi Song is a mega pick for high damage, especially on skill 2. Is it that one that did 55 damage? Yeah, that's a lot. Slot high into anything, and the amount of debuffs on an enemy at a given time will cause the coin to be rerolled enough times to cause yes damage. Oh, so he basically does what Wing Beat does. He just wrecks them. Darn it. Human homes! And he doesn't require any setup. So you can just set him out and he goes. Is it that one, by the way? The Sanguine Pontilism? Is that his skill 2? Oh my gosh, Priest, why do you do like 500 damage to yourself? He also has a passive, the orange one. Okay, so it is Sanguine Pontilism. Take care of that one. Don Cote. Hematic coloring. Paint over. No, we'll do hematic coloring. Come on! Come on, Yi Song, you stink. Oh, there we go. Yi stunk.
합격장. 시원하네. 아, 술 맛을 돋궈주는 좋은 공격이었어.
약점을 잘 찌른 것 같네요.
아류산초 경혈 60. 찢겨라.
I do not know how the Blood Fiends work. I just have them win rate, and somehow it eventually appeases itself. Ow, my toe.
결국에는 유리한 구도를 만들어낸 것 같은데.
In Finely Ground Mistfall? No, we'll have her use enough is enough on that one. Well, actually, we should probably have her go after that. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Paint over.
점 찍었네.
Try him for yourself once you apply debuff on any enemy. Just saw the shorts Hayami that no. That is not true. That is blasphemy and lies. Yes! Please clear him. Yes! Okay. We have 4 turns left to defeat Ho 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 Man. 3 turns. Okay, perfect. And we have variant Sencho blood art, so we're set. Here's a gift. Oh, that's neutral. That's not good. Dominating. Favored. Dominating. Neutral. Do we want to break his gift sack? Yeah, I think we want to break his gift sack. Gregor bleeds himself dry to let the others have more blood to pull from on top of high damage. Add his kills redeem his offensive buff. Done does everything better. So the only time I've ever found priests to work really well is in Mirror Dungeon with the bandage, because he heals with bleed, which ends up being very useful. The prank, no. She's always talking about feet modeling. What is wrong with you? Why are you like this?
잠시만, 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
All right. Let's see. Okay, listen. If you break his sack, right, you end up what's it called? Probably dealing more damage or something. You know, I don't know what his sack ends up doing, but you kind of want to, at least from what I understand when it comes to Limu Company, you want to break anything and everything that is attached to them. If it's available to be broken, that is. Me right now, you dare use your spells. You dare use my spells against me, Potter.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다.
Yes, that's right.
참고로
I am the
기계는
half.
입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요.
You're supposed to use Gregor's defense skill or something? Oh, so that's how that's supposed to work. Go! Pontilus! Paint over! Paint over. Paint over. Greg's block can heal and his orange skill.
특히 저번처럼 소매 단추를 달랑거리는
Beat him! I shall impale. Dang it, it's not super empowered, so it didn't do like the crazy amount of damage. And popping Yearning Macaw is a really good idea, looking at the consumed blood feast, but like, that's a strong butt thing. We've almost got him! Come on! Come on, squad!
적중에 정신 못 차리는 녀석이네.
Alright, it's time. Yearning Macaw, go!
인도적인 조치는 필요 없을 거예요.
No, please, don't kill him. I want to see the damage. Yes. Overclock. That did 47 damage. That wasn't as much as I thought. That was tiny. You should have used the normal one? Wait, does the overclocked one not deal more damage? Santenta's gut begins to suddenly expand. Suddenly. Suddenly, a large figure leaped out from the dark and slammed what looked like a stake into Santenta's gut.
쓰레기가 붙는 듯한 향이구려.
Some sinners dropped to the floor, while the others gagged profusely. Clearly, this was a painful experience for us all.
유독성이 있는 가스는 아닌 것 같습니다. 단지 극한의 불쾌감을 불러일으키는 냄새가 날 뿐.
북쪽의 거인을
Hey,
쓰러뜨렸지만
almost anyways. That
처리
second,
방법도
it's the
모르는
second
거지.
coin that goes hard. Okay.
도시에서 온 사냥꾼들인가?
Oh, it's that dude. Hobo McKee.
북쪽의 거인은 죽기 직전 몸에 가스를 가득 채운 후에 터뜨리면서 산성 폭발을 일으키어
The man who stakes Santanta's explained as he approached us.
이 가스가 산성 체그로 변하기 전에 배에 구멍을 뚫어 가스를 빼내야 하는 거지.
I wonder if Limu Company will ever be able to get what's it called? English VAs. And gosh, do you know how quickly I would sign up for that, guys? I wouldn't be able to tell you guys until, you know, it's announced that I am allowed to, but I would sign up so fast. I would sign up so fast. If they ever got big enough to where they could do English VA, yeah, I would. No doubt in my mind, I'd immediately go after it. Thank you for the extraction tickets. Gives me 20 more poles to add to my horde. That would be cool, I'm not gonna lie. Exactly.
이거 냄새 더럽게 안 빠지네.
This here, his name is Homeless Man Magoo. Pizza delivery! Ran, who'd been holding her breath with her fingers over her nostrils, ran up to the large man and hugged him.
너라도 무사했구나. 그래요. 다행이야.
After stumbling for a moment, due to the stench, most likely, Otis briefly gasped for air before approaching Domino.
어이, 신원을 밝혀라.
She's like, oh, this is awful.
사냥꾼 도미노요.
Domino.
이제 구름 마을에는 나와 크레용만 남았으니 더 이상 마을이라 부를 수도 없겠군. 안심하시오. 자네들을 해칠 생각은 추호도 없으니.
Or heckin' what's it called? Domino. He was away for a little bit and then, you know, the town just goes to poop. Otis relaxed upon Domino's confirmation. She leaned on a wall into the floor in
원래
relief.
이 시기에는 이놈들이 우리 마을로 오지 않고 북쪽에
Of
다른
a defining
마을로
features
갔을까.
being homeless.
그래서 돕기 위해 떠난
Sometimes
것이었다만
that's just how it is, though. You know what I'm
이번에
saying?
방식을 바꿨던 모양이군. 돌아와 보니 이미 마을은
They've
습격당했지.
been really quiet there, huh?
젠장! 크리스마스 전 준비 기간을 항상 맞추던 놈들이라 다른 괴물보다 피하기 쉬웠는데.
이런 일이 빈번한 것인가?
도시는 몰라도 외곽은 늘 이 모양이요. 지옥같이 괴물 천지인 이곳에서 사람이 살아간다는 것 자체가 기적일 테고.
이런
I mean,
선물 같지도 않은 것들을 만드는 것도
the good old,
많은
what's it
건가요?
called?
이곳과 비슷한 걸 본 적은 없지만 하나는 확실히 말할 수 있지.
The, oh my god.
외곽에서의 다른
The
일들에
city
비하면
isn't that much better. I can guarantee that. The city is awful.
도시였다면 이런 지옥보다는 나은 삶을 살 수 있지 않았을까? 제법 생각하곤 하지.
It was no easy contemplation to answer. The outskirts must be a heckish place to live, if what he's told me is anything to go by, but the city they admire so much isn't such a warm place itself, from what I've seen in my journey, so far at least. There we go, see, Dante knows.
도시로 가는 것은 어떤가? 우리는 어차피
Don Quixote stopped herself, realizing that every other sinner was giving her a look of disapproval.
말은 고맙군. 하지만
Well,
그렇게 간단한
the city
말
is kind of
한마디가
poopy.
이 아이라도 도시로 데려갈 수만 있다면 참 좋겠는데 말이지.
도시는 결코 이 아이에게 작은 귀퉁이 하나도 내주지 않을 거야.
Nor is it that
도시의
safe.
벽은 있더라도 여러분들이 꿈꾸는 삶을 누리기까지 필요한
The city is
준비
full
서류와
of some
절차만
pretty
해도
awful people.
수십 가지일 것입니다.
서류라.
And awful situations, might I add.
우리가 지금 와서 갖출 수 있는 서류가 어디 있기나 하겠나? 다른 마을의 청년들처럼 도시에서 일자리를 얻기 위해 공부를 해온 것도 아니고.
아저씨...
There was an uncomfortable silence. Domino cleared his throat and continued.
그래도 감사를 표하지. 덕분에 이 아이 하나라도 구할
You're
수
very
있었어.
welcome. That'll be $5,
제일 좋은
please.
감사 방법이 있긴
We're a Limbus company. We can't do it for free.
반짝거리고 짤랑 소리가 나는
Rodian's eyes were twinkling. The lingering stench made it difficult for her to speak, but she was determined to make her point.
반짝거리고
Wait,
짤랑.
Rodian actually did it.
집에 모아놓은 골동품들.
Rodian legitimately asked this man, "Hey, can you give us money
외곽 열차길에서
and something nice and shiny?"
진귀한 것들이니 도시에서도 아마 흔히 볼 수 있는 건 아닐 거요.
Hey, she did it, not me. No one can blame this on me.
수집품이라면 확실히 돈보다 더 가치 있는 구경이 될 수도 있겠네요.
We need to make an anime. Give money now. Faust, there's still a decent chance that the door we entered just might shut behind us, right?
그렇습니다. 지금도 열려 있을지 불확실하죠. 제일 중요한 목표였던 두 수감자를 회수했으니 신속히 돌아가는 걸 권하고 싶네요.
관리자님, 제가 감히 의견을 내자면 대호수가 아니더라도 외곽은 외곽.
Oh, sorry.
단지
I just hit my mic.
혹시풀이를 하기 위해 있기는 너무 위험한 곳입니다.
급히 돌아가야만 하는 모양이군. 자, 이거라도 가져가시오.
Domino tossed a carved wooden doll in my direction.
위험한 것은 아닌 모양입니다. 우선 퇴각이 급하니 자세한 것은 가서 확인해 보죠.
Yeah, good idea. Some sinners had passed out and had to be carried by others. Most could not stop gagging at the stench, but we still made our way back to the door.
아직 열려 있어.
I just like the uh-oh stinky. We made it back to the safety of Mephistopheles. Sometime later.
구린 냄새.
Ooh, stinky.
대피, 대피.
Karen quickly made her escape to the decks. And Virgilius greeted us in the cabins with a terrifying gaze.
다들 아주 대단한 모험을 하고 온 모양이고.
He's not happy. He's gonna red gaze us.
지독한 냄새까지 붙여온 모양새라.
I like that just exasperated breathing. He's like, no.
관리자, 어차피 나는 네 목소리가 들리지도 않으니 끄덕거리든 목을 좌우로 젓든 내 말에 대답만 했으면 좋겠어.
This man scares me.
물론 내가 원하는 방향이어야겠지만.
Just don't say
묻고 싶은 건 단 한 가지다. 당신의 판단이었나?
I hesitated for a moment before nodding affirmatively. I might get reprimanded, or maybe he has worse things in mind for me, but it was I who decided to go along with their plan. This would not have happened without my authorization.
좋아. 그렇다면 질의는 끝입니다.
Thank God. Virgilius only hates us a little bit.
는 알아서 해결하고 휴식하도록 하시죠. 코가 썩어서 떨어질
Listen,
것
he's a little
같다면
scary, okay?
이 냄새도
Like, when you look at him, he just makes you want to poop yourself.
그럼
With that, Virgilius disappeared into the back door once again. It's unexpected. I thought my time had finally come.
잘된 건 아니겠는가? 면담이라는 건 맞지 않는 쪽이 항상 좋네. 그보다 모두 이것을 보게다.
I don't know when she had time to pick up all that in the chaos, but Don Quixote managed to haul a huge sack of gifts back to Mephistopheles.
그 난장판 속에서 또 뭘 집어온 거야? 그 못된 놈들이 전선으로 꾸며놓았던
Well,
장식들
now
말이오.
we can make Mephistopheles Christmas, even though it's after Christmas.
대단해.
Come on. What's all that for?
몰라서 묻는 것인가? 크리스마스 데코레이션이지.
Christmas decorations.
아직 크리스마스는 3개월은 넘게 남았는데.
괜히 누군가의 상처를 들쑤셔서 사기를 꺾는 행위는.
아, 괜찮아요. 괜찮아지고 있어요. 조금씩.
다들 성장하는 법이니까요.
훌륭하오.
I love her lines with
그런
English
의미에서
words.
오늘은 우리 모두 미리미리 파리를 즐겨보는 것이
Okay,
어떤가?
wait a second, Penguin. I didn't get the chance to defend myself when you were talking about how I'm as bad as the dude because, or the guys because I like bathing suits. That's not true.
히스클리프 씨의
I
의복을
put a
얻기 위한
cute
것도
figure
다
on there
때문에.
because the face was adorable. But you're over here thinking it's because swimsuit. Oh, my name is Penguin. Oh, Heathcliff has been silently brooding in his seat with his face buried in his palms. Out of shame, most likely.
그것도 맞지만
Oh, my name is
저지르러 했던
Penguin.
목적이
Oh.
그 괴물 거인에게 있었으니 사이즈도 안 맞을 것 같고.
됐어. 어차피 내가
Hayami, are you okay? I'm always okay. Oh my gosh.
히스.
Why do you have two of them?
그러니까 육지에 가면 우리가 다
The other one's
골라주고
cute too.
해준다니까.
옷도 옷인데 그 뭐냐?
지나쳐온
This
헤어
hacking
쿠폰을
guy.
발행한 항구선을 말하는 것인가?
The hair salon that printed those hair
경로가
coupons.
달라. 그건 사용할 수 있는 조건이 갖춰질 수 없었다.
머리는 제가 만져드릴게요. 누나나 동생들 머리를 해준 적이 많거든요.
여기에 얼마나 더 떠 있을 줄 알고. 그리고 난 애초에 뭐가 좋고 나쁜지도 모른단 말이야.
It is nice that eventually that
일단
revenge
시행착오를
becomes
겪고
remember.
수틀렸을 때
You've been saying a lot
조금이라도
of sus.
나은 방법을
How?
찾아보겠지.
애초에
I'm actually confused
대체 뭘
now.
받은 건데 이렇게 불안해하는 거야?
될 대로 되라지.
After a deep, heavy sigh, Heathcliff produced a letter.
그 전달받은 물건이라는 게
That's
이거야?
Casserin's leather. Letter.
이 편지 봉투 저희도 썼던 적이 있어요. 굉장히 고급스러운 종이로 만드는 유통도 얼마 안 되는 종류였는데.
읽어봐도 되는 거야? 히스?
그래, 뭐 대단한 것이 있는 것도 아니고.
그럼 단테가 읽자. 대표니까.
Sure. Medea handed me the letter. It was written in a beautiful series of cursive handwriting, drawn in almost calligraphic perfection. I began reading. From Lutheran Heights. We cordially extend you, honored guests, an invitation to the... Oh! Somebody covered... Oh my gosh. Cathy. Well, I'll keep reading. Wuthering Heights, T Corp Nest. Should you accept our invitation, please convene at the designated location by 4 in the afternoon on the 24th with this letter on your person. Please honor this occasion with your presence. With great respect, Nellie. Oh, and down here's a postscript. It's written in a different handwriting from the rest of the letter. Yes. You have to be here, Heath. I'll be waiting. Kathy. We had no way to tell what kind of occasion it was on the account of it being colored over, but... Clearly, the rest of the letter's content had stoked the fire of passion in Heathcliff's heart once again.
그러니까
캐시라는 사람한테
Heathcliff has a girlfriend. Heathcliff has a girlfriend.
그거지?
그것도 없지는 않은데 그거 말고
Heathcliff has a girlfriend.
조용. 기다리기 힘들어하는 이유는 확실히 알아들었어. 히스?
뭐야? 왜 그딴 눈가를 하고 다가오는 거야? 야!
복루 선생, 헤어스타일링은 맡길게요.
Is that the only time? Probably. This was before, you know.
선생이라고
Clear
부를
all.
정도는 아니지만요.
야 잠깐! 어디로 끌고 가는 거야? 뭔 힘이?
It's time to do chapter 6 again? Oh, no. I don't think I can clear all Kathy again. The two sinners, practically hauling Heathcliff by his arms, disappeared into the back door. Now, Heathcliff's fate is sealed. To be a mannequin, to now motivated and unbearably bored, Rudia's various experimentations. Don Quixote began humming a song, a carol perhaps, as she placed the various trinkets around the bus. So Silent Night, Holy Night is canonical to Limu Company, confirmed. I decided to go out to the deck for some air. I leaned on the railing and dug through my pockets. The wooden doll domino the hunter gave me, just as we hurriedly left. I held it and felt its texture under my fingers. My eyes looked into the distance, toward where the Oscars lies. I thought for a moment about the gnomes, the giant, and the other things Domino told me. I suppose there are people with stories in the outskirts too. Stories different from those of the city. Faust approached from behind and stood next to me. I wasn't sure how much of what I said she had heard.
별을 하나씩 따라가다 보면 언젠가 알게 될 겁니다, 단테.
Let that star shine brighter evermore.
지금 눈앞에 있는 별을 쫓으면 되겠죠.
Yeah. I have to focus on the stories of the city for now. I don't even know who I really am, after all. Joyous laughter and frustrated howls echoed out of the cabins. They must have finished dressing up Heathcliff. Why don't we take a look at how Heathcliff is doing? Faust. The added color to the bus's interior warmed my heart a little. Make a mess! Alright. And that is the end. I like how they are going back and doing voiced intervallos for us. Very nice. Alright, y'all. Let's get this stream wrapped up, shall we? I think that we did a lot of stuff today, so let's get things wrapped up and ended for the day. I want to thank you guys for being here, as you guys are the best part of every single stream. I greatly appreciate it. Tomorrow I should have my new stream schedule up, so please keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, and with that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful rest of your week. I'm gonna go see the Sonic movie. Bye, y'all! Take care!